Alchemize your energy. Darling, let your spirit be free. Don't give up, keep on pushing through. Now is the time, it's all up to you. Alchemize your energy, my friend. Let your spirit be free. Don't give up, keep on pushing through. Now is the time, it's all up to you. No matter the storm, but over tragedy. No matter the storm, but over tragedy. No matter the storm, we will always take flight. Keep on pushing through the darkness of night. There's no limit, let's reach for the sky. Shine so bright, from darkness to light. I love who I am. I'm loving me. Look in the mirror, unapologetically. Love what I see. Love who I am. I am invincible. I am a fan. My curves and my features, God makes no mistakes. I am successful. I am what it takes. I'm bulletproof. I'm 100 proof, and I love who I see. Because I'm living my truth. I'm invincible. I'm incredible. A star in the making. I reach past the clouds. I'm invincible. I'm incredible. And no one can stop me. Can stop me now. I'm invincible.
I did a lot for this chain. Did a lot for this chain, bro. Yeah.
Hold on, now let me ask you. Let me
hearing this shit. You niggas.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. Hold on. Right. Come on.
On a bitch, man.
On a bitch, man. On a bitch, man.
On a bitch. Straight. I did a lot for this chain.
Bro. Like, is he acting? Is this real? Like, what?
I don't know. He always go through like them type of move. Girl, I don't know.
That's what made me think that, you know what I'm saying? Is this like what? Like sometimes, okay, this is what made me feel like Orlando might be acting, okay? Because when he did the interview with Jack, he kept up real quick and was real normal. But as you're gonna see in this interview, Real Life Street Star is like he's going through all these different emotions. He's going through it, okay, throughout the whole thing, right? But then when he talked to Jack, and I want to bring that one up too, he seemed normal. Everything seemed regular. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, which one is it? You know? So we're gonna like go through the Orlando Brown Real Life Street Stars interview, and we're gonna just talk about it throughout. So let's get into it, okay?
Let's go.
Interview.
man, you shedded a tear, bro. Like we actually said, oh shit, Orlando shedded a tear during that interview, and something like innately hit you during that, where you're like, just an emotional moment.
The guy says in a rap battle, he says, suck my dick. That's what you said, bro. You said that. You said that to that black man. You did. And then I don't like how people are trying to implement homosexuality in rap. It's like, now, if I'm a mother or a father, which I am.
Hey, guys, what's up, Jackie? Let's say hi to everybody real quick as they come in. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Summer Breeze. Hey, Spice is nice. Lisa Floyd, what's up?
And my son, he's listening to a rap battle, right? And I walk in the room, and the first thing that I hear is, nigga, suck my dick. You guys are ruining rap. You guys are ruining rap. It's not what rap is about. Meek Mill, nigga, nigga, stop, nigga,
Take that,
nigga. And I'm like, yo, I don't know why people be lying to themselves. You did that. You did that. And then how can certain people not be able to be bosses because of you giving your booty up? It's simple.
So real quick, we're about to unpack a lot, but I just seen recently, and just give me your take on this. Benzino was on a podcast where he said street niggas can be homosexuals. What's wrong with that? And everybody's like, man, I don't know, man. You a street nigga, can't really be a gay street nigga.
Street niggas can't really be homosexual. But the thing about it is, why is that a problem? Why is that a problem for niggas to actually be homosexual? Now, the word gay. So many people have died over G-A-Y. Right? What does it mean?
Happiness.
Oh, so they died. Yeah. Look in the dictionary. We're playing with mind fragments now. So now we die over the word gay. And we've been dying over the word gay for at least about 30 years now. 20 years, 30 years, 100 years, whatever. The wig has been worn in judge form for decades. The judge gets up there with a wig and gives you your judgment. We can go back to Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa was not a man, but Mona Lisa was definitely the most beautiful man that you ever seen.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
It's different. When you look at the kingdom, do we have to just keep on playing like we're homosexuals? Do we have to keep playing like we're not? This has been royal for years. Why are we dumbing it down? Homosexuality is what it's called. It's not called gay.
All right, let's talk about it. Okay, so now in the beginning of this interview, you see how he's speaking he's talking pretty eloquently. Now, as you're going to see, it gets kind of like as he begins to hit this vape pen. I'm not sure what's in this pen, but it gets kind of weird as it goes on. You know what I'm saying? His whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure whether whatever he hit, that's when it gets abstract, but it starts off, okay, he's making good points. Okay, it's not gay, it's homosexuality. This, that, the other, like the hip hop community is really the thing that's bringing and making a stigma onto gay. I mean, I get it, okay, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It gets more. Let's go into it. So you see, he's saying making sense here. Okay, keep going.
So should we care about what happens in the privacy of someone's bedroom?
I want to fuck RuPaul. Sexiest motherfucker I ever seen.
Oh, okay.
Dick. Yeah.
So if Obama had a male husband going into the presidency, you'll be okay with?
I would be okay with the fact that I'm a straight male playing RuPaul's role, like doing the RuPaul movie, and I'm Orlando. Oh, you niggas know I'm an act. But is it acting anymore? That's what I'm saying. Is it really acting anymore? Or are we just gonna be homosexuals and are we just gonna be are we gonna just keep doing this? I don't know. What are we doing?
So the embrace that we just saw with Justin Bieber and Jaden Smith.
Embrace nothing on that. Embrace nothing on that. You've seen two men that love each other. Those are two females in a man's body. Now, when you can put life on top of death, that means that you have to understand life and death, right? Okay. Sure. So, let's say that these two females kissed each other and nobody understood it, you know, Cher and Beyonce. I saw Cher and Beyonce kissing. I didn't see what you just said.
Kissing or kissed? Like kissing is different than kiss.
Oh yeah. Well, kissed is what we did, you know, in London, Japan, a kiss. And then because we kiss, it's more like, oh, okay. Dude, I'm Illuminati to the core. to the core, bro. I'm not gonna play with this game that we're playing. It's like, bro, they shouldn't have kissed.
So Bieber was grinded on from behind outside of a kiss.
Shouldn't have did none of that. You're asking me about secret homosexuality.
So should people be aware cameras are on? Like cameras are on.
Jaden Smith is gay.
Oh.
His first lover was Tyler, the Creator. We all know he got mad when Tyler, the Creator, cheated on him. He got out there, and then Will was like, nigga, you're my son, bro. You can have your feelings, but you can't be out here like that. He stopped it, shut it down. Dig it? This is not for people to take lightly. You know, if you're gonna be homosexual, be homosexual. You're gonna be a thug, my nigga. It's gonna take a lot more than Tupac.
All right, let's go and do it like this then. Let's elephant in the room. Diddy. He has a case in which Cassie come forward saying freak offs are a thing now. And he's masturbating to men sleeping with his woman or his object, I guess. How he
You talking about my best friend?
Oh.
You talking about things I have to give you. Oh, that's cute. Okay, well, Diddy is Coretta Scott, AKA Janet Jackson. Nobody's going to jail. What? Janet Jackson. You know, in this world of trans, right? Nigga, Diddy is Janet. Who the fuck want to play with Janet? Nobody want to play with that. So that's why we're not going to jail. Now, the same thing with R. Kelly. Okay. You want Gabrielle Union to go to jail for 30 years? You want Gabrielle Union to go to jail for 30 years when they've been fucking her?
So
I mean, in this world of trends that we live in, it should have been just kings and queens. Now we added TRANS. Don't fuck with me if you don't want to get the truth. The truth is, these niggas be lying on themselves, bro. They don't want to be known as the chameleons they are. Now, when you do things make sense, right? When you do things, they make sense, right? Okay. So when you move along the road. Move on down the road. Move on down. bro.
Bro.
All right. So if you moving on down the road, where's my wife? Where my son at? Where my daughter? My brand new daughter and shit. Nigga, that has nothing to do with I'm married to Janet. She's trying hard. Trying the hardest she can ever try. Has nothing to do with everybody that wants to fuck her. I'm married to Janet Jackson, not Jermaine Dupri.
Oh, okay.
So like I gotta like walk around, not get arrested.
Yeah.
Talk to police, don't get fucking hemmed up and you know, things of this nature. Yeah, but how do you do that? There's somebody on the side called Jehovah Jireh.
Mm.
Jehovah Jireh. Jehovah Jireh is Jaguar, right?
Mm. Mm.
What? Like, okay. Now, first he had me, okay, judges with wigs on, transgender, you know, kings and queens, you know. Now it's getting kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Is he talking in code, or is this just the rambling of a schizophrenic person?
It's a rambling code.
Who can dissect it though? What is he saying?
I mean, hey Hudson, you will have to you will have to like listen to him, and it wouldn't be a thing that you just could like hear and dissect it. You will have to really listen to it and like a puzzle put it together.
Okay, well, let's continue. Let's keep going. Guys, this is an open panel, so anyone that wants to come up, did you get this to pin the StreamYard link at the top of your Sugar Love?
Oh, I gotta open let me open that up. I forgot. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. You let it play. I'll open it up.
Okay, yeah. So this is not like a closed panel, you guys. This is up for discussion. This is an open panel of discussion. What's really happening here? Are we watching a person that's rambling on drugs, schizophrenic, or is he making sense? You know. So
wait a minute. Hey, oh man.
So then you take my mom, you sit her right here where I was sitting. Right? I'm sitting right here where my mom was sitting. Yeah, Mary Magdalene. Basically, you talked to my mother before I sat here. And then nobody wants to believe that I'm Christ.
Now, without question.
What miracles have you performed?
You're Kyle Massey. You're Jamie Foxx.
Okay, let me get it.
I go that far.
See, this is going over our heads. I mean, those who know may know. Yeah. We're just the regular folk. So, man, shit is. Let me ask you this, Orlando. When it comes to you've been in this industry since yay high. For the people who have power, let me just start with this: do they abuse power from what you've seen personally?
Jaguar never abused her power. Jaguar never abused her power. She turned into a jaguar.
I hear you. Did you ever see anyone that did abuse their power I can start early because Jaguar mentioned in her interview.
You're talking.
Go ahead, please. Cook.
She turned into a jaguar, bro. Like, bro, when you look at these people, they're the same as animals. They treated my mother like an animal. She said right here, and nobody called her Mary Magdalene.
No.
Nobody called by her name. She bred Jesus Christ. And that's me.
Now this is a little deep, because we're all God body.
Nah, but I'm Jesus.
Oh. So let me say this: Jaguar sat right there on that couch,
My mama sat right here
Right
on this
here.
couch, yeah.
and she said, major pain in his ass. And that right there made us take a quick pause. So, Orlando, can I ask you like a serious question? A serious question.
Oh, a serious question.
I mean, we're gonna stay in the serious realm.
Hey, what's up?
No, we're gonna stay in the serious realm. And
right.
you spoke on this in the last interview, but as a child, and you mentioned us, like, man, you never had no real friends. Do you feel everyone around you was like artificially put there around you versus a real, genuine person who does not look at you as Orlando Brown? What can I get out of him? But just I'm genuinely with this.
For me to talk about certain people and know them, but I can't say I know them is weird. Like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like these are my friends. Jay-Z's my friend. Diddy's my friend. Puff don't deserve nothing that y'all giving my friend. Puff don't deserve what y'all doing to him. Jigga, Jigga's tired of me.
Yeah, speak it.
What up, Jay?
Do you think he's really crying? Like, where do you think these tears are coming? Like, what do you think is happening here? Oh, and also the StreamYard link is up, you guys. Yeah, he was already crying. So I'm just like, what is he crying about? Like, what are these tears about? Like, what are you crying for? Like, we need more understanding about what's happening here. You know, I don't understand. You know, I dream of a day my people stop holding on to magical thinking. This man is seriously mentally ill. There's nothing he says that should be decoded or taken serious. The man needs help. Here's the thing. You know, it's like sometimes, I don't know. Orlando said a whole lot of nothing, but in code, it's a whole bunch of something. I love watching him, and yes, he's a skilled actor, tears and all. That is the confusion I want to talk about on this panel, and I really encourage, hit the link. You know what I'm saying? It's the crack, okay? It's the crack, okay? So that's the thing. I'm confused. Like, and this is why I'm confused. When I'm gonna play more of what he does here. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because it's really like a kind of paced interview. Speed it up a little bit so you can kind of get into it where it kind of even shifts even more and becomes even more hard to follow. And to me, I'm like, well, I don't know. At first, I'm like, dude, that's not right. Y'all should not be interviewing this guy. He's clearly mentally ill. But in the next breath, it's like he gets on with Jag and he don't sing. So I'm not sure whether or not maybe once he probably does his little thing, he kind of talks in fragments. I don't know.
Shout out Jay in the building.
Jigga's tired of me. and so is Beyonce. These are my friends. Beyonce's my grandma, and Jigga's my uncle. Timothy Harrison is his real name. My grandmother's name is Helen Bradford. For those that want to know Beyonce's real name, and if you look up all her problems, bro, my grandmother's sick. Like my grandmother's on her deathbed. Beyonce is literally my grandma, bro.
She just showed her hair looking healthy.
Yeah, man, that's cute. But that's my grandma.
I'm trying to figure out if it's mental illness because okay.
Hold on. Y'all can't tell me what to decode. I'm a decoder. If y'all don't want to decode it, that is fine. I hear other things that people don't hear. Is he sick or whatever? Allegedly, yeah. But I hear the in and out of what the man is saying. All this, yeah, he acting, yeah. But it's a puzzle. If nobody don't want to do the puzzle, fine.
But okay, so can we break down anything that he's saying here? Okay, Beyonce is his grandma. She's going through pain. She's sick. So is this a code for something else that he doesn't want to say? Is he feigning mental illness because he wants to be able to talk freely in Hollywood, but not really, but have them think he's crazy so they don't come after, and he's able to talk freely? Why do you think he's doing this? Like
I don't listen. When I can't say sad. This is sad words. People looking for meaning. I'm not sad. I hear what he's saying. It's not sad. It's just that's what I do. If you don't, then that's okay. No, and no, right? But it's like when you start looking at stuff that's going, like I said, it's a big puzzle. When you start looking at the big picture and stuff that's going around, I hear the codes that some of the things I do catch on to what the man is saying. He's not, people don't just keep him on there just to talk the fool and nobody knows what he's saying. He would never be shown again. If he just talked way off the wall and really psychotic and what he was saying was having no meaning whatsoever, they would not keep him coming on people's shows just to do that because he's sick. It has to be something in there. Some people understand what he's saying, some don't. And if you really think he's psychotic, then we're still watching it, right? We're still watching this psychotic episode. If it's psychotic, if it's crazy, then why we keep hearing the same thing over and over and over? If it's like that, it's something else that is there, and that's why he keep getting invited, not to the blue couch. His man get invited everywhere and still speaks the same thing. I'll discuss. Sometimes you sit back and you gotta say, okay, what's going on? You look at the news and then you start putting it together. There's no way you can put it together at first. You got to see around what's going on in the news. What is this person saying? What is that person saying? What is this person doing? So, yeah, then, oh, shit. Okay, I got what he was trying to say. That's all I'm saying. Now, however how y'all do it, it's okay, too.
He didn't say that he was Jesus Christ. He said that Jack was Jesus Christ, didn't he?
No, she was Mary Magdalene. He's Jesus Christ.
Oh. Well, he got a point right there. Boom.
Yeah, bro.
They stayed out of all this though. All this tabloids, they're out of it.
They have allowed me to live, man.
Man, okay. So let me ask you then, Orlando. And this is going to go back. And again, we try to start from somewhere and we go to another place. But you said in our last interview that, of course, during the Major Pain, that Damon Wayans came and sought you out personally, and that he became almost a father figure. Do you look at him as a father figure?
I saw a puzzle. Karen Parsons brought me a puzzle as a kid on the set. I went to do the puzzle in Damon's trailer, and it started rocking.
High winds?
It was just moving. And when I went to the room that they were in, and they were fucking. Damon, I'm sorry. You cheated on your wife. You cheated on Lisa Wayans, my nigga. The baddest chick. If you look up Lisa Wayans with green eyes, short little chick with the short hair, baddest chick. Baddest chick. You cheated on Lisa Wayans, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck with you, nigga.
In front of a child?
The whole Wayans family is in front of me, you hoe ass nigga. All your brothers and your sisters, you bitch ass nigga. You cheated. You trying to hold that, you bitch ass nigga. You're a hoe. You're a bitch. We're never gonna do Major Pain 2, nigga, unless you get this fucking shit fixed. Same with that other shit. You know the R word? Yeah, bitch. Till you come see me, you ain't got a job. Till you come see me, bitch. The whole world waiting on you to figure your motherfucking mind out. That's so R, bitch. I promise you. I promise you. You gotta come holler. Same shit's gonna go for Jasmine guy.
Well, not different world.
Man, I'm not doing this with you, nigga. She is a kidnapper, bro. Nothing but a kidnapper. The bitch be kidnapping on Paru. The bitch be kidnapping, Crip. I swear to God, Crip. On Bloods. The bitch be kidnapping on Paru. Hey, Jigga. Am I lying? Yo, man, Jigga, yo, bro. Y'all fucking with me, bro. I mean,
Jasmine Guy's she's a household like favorite.
But Jasmine Guy, bro. I can't do Jasmine. She will rape and fuck your wife and take your bitch, and you'll never see your bitch again.
Okay, now I don't know whether he's seeing this as a child and it traumatized him to the point where he's talking. Maybe these things, something like this happened where he's watching all these adults, right, do adult stuff, right, in front of him as a child. You know what I'm saying?
Cause y'all speak for yourself. Y'all not listening. I'm listening. I listen to everything, even if it makes no sense. I will decide that. Oh Lord!
He also said Jag became a jaguar, an animal. That's fact. You know what? Actually, you know what? I didn't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, she became a jaguar. She became an animal. Okay. So Hudson says, what does that mean? That she became an animal? That she became like
animalistic.
Animalistic, yeah. We all have an uncle or cousin Orlando in our family. He's funny as hell sometimes, but usually he's drunk / high and really harmless. But we're not listening to nothing he's saying. That's so okay. But here's the thing. So one thing I do notice is that now he brings out this pen. Things are gonna get so you know how it takes a couple seconds for something to kick in, right? It's going to get more and more abstract once he keeps hitting this pen right here. I don't know what's in it, but it gets more abstract as it goes along.
That could be Angela.
I love her. Why is evil bad? Like, what about the people? What about the people that actually have nobody to talk to when we're that bad, when we're evil like this? Like, who are we going to talk? Come and at least like get your thoughts together in the mirror, because we're all gods. I mean, that's what Kanye said.
That's what that is what Kanye said.
What Kanye
he said he's not Jesus. He's I am not the
Ain't
goat.
that what Kanye said?
But let me tell you something. I was at a concert, right? And what is his name? God dang it. Who the most beautiful thing in the world, just like that.
Keith Murray.
So now I'm sitting with him, Redman Uncle, because I'm in the front, and we're as me and Keith Murray is sitting up there chatting it up. He is regular, the same exact way, talking, courteous, very nice man. Right before he go on stage, he takes something just like that and hit some and turn just into that. I don't know what's in there, but it does take you out of reality. But when I say I'm listening, I'm not saying every last thing the man is saying is true and to the T. I'm just saying it's maybe a 10% truth and 90% of that craziness. It's not all 100% craziness. That's all I'm saying, right?
And
So,
I'll tell you this. Me owning a group home that had a group home with schizophrenic people. One thing I can say is that they not all the time in schizo mode.
mhm.
They have ins and outs where they come in and out of sanity. So it's not like if he does have a bipolar or schizophrenia or psychosis, it don't always be hitting. Now let me tell you something. What I do believe is that when they smoke weed, it triggers schizophrenia, but they don't want to give up the weed because I guess they like how it makes them feel, right? They're self-medicating, And a lot of times if they are addicted to smoking the weed or whatever, they will start to have these kind of ramblings. And it'll get more and more abstract as time goes on. But when you talk to them sober, they'll be lucid. They'll be what's the word? Is it lucid or they'll be so.
I'm not the GOAT, I'm the G-O-D, I'm the God.
That's it. I mean, Jehovah is a different situation. Jigga. Yeah, Jehovah's a whole nother situation.
Wait. Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. They're playing and in the background. But let me say this too. Now, Hudson says, wow, that the Jasmine Guy thing is straight BS. I know Jasmine Guy, that's BS. Okay. Well.
And then Naughty says, go down to what Naughty says.
Naughty says, remember, Tupac lived with Jasmine Guy for a while. We don't know folks' lives. And I think that's true. It's the Hollywood Jasmine Guy might be different from when you meet Jasmine Guy straight up, or straight on. Who knows? I think that the Hollywood have people doing a lot of weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood's a weird place. You know what I'm saying? I've heard stories about being in Hollywood and how it can get kind of strange out there. So I don't know, Let's get into it.
Wait, Kanye just did an interview to where do you feel like, he's talking about fucking Obama's wife and shit. I'm like, wow, he's speaking Orlando Brown language.
Yeah, well, a lot of people be speaking Jaguar right, but they don't know that they speaking Jaguar right. They speak Mary Magdalene and don't even know it. And that's the cute part, It's called truth. If you gonna be with the truth, be with the truth, because it's gonna come with a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to be here at what time? Today, actually. I was supposed to be here hours ago. Bro, they hit me up, did some more shit. You're going to show it, and then some more shit. Bro, I don't have to play games. When you're going to do God's work, there are the other people that are on that side that will stop you, because it has nothing to do with what you say, what you're going to do, right? Everything is based off of the people that have already died. That's why Illuminati is supposed to be so real. So you get $1 million, bend over a couch, and the next thing you know, niggas is all right? No, it ain't like that. Because then you have rules. You're not supposed to give over $500,000. You have 7 years to use this money. Oh, don't stop me. It's more
that part is true.
It's more like, you have a time span for this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Drake is on, but Pac is not. Tupac is Drake. I don't want to do this to y'all.
What he's basically trying to say is he's not talking about the person himself. He's talking about the energy of the person, right? But that part is true. And I always tell you guys time and time again, that money does not belong to them. It does not. That's why they gotta spend that card to buy everything, because everything they buy, they want to see all your purchases. They tell you where to shop. They tell you where to spend your money. They tell you which car to get. Because why? That's them getting their money right back out of you.
Mhm.
Right? Hey, Sugar 50. So again, he's speaking in riddles, but still what he's saying, that part is true. That's why I said I know what part I know what I'm listening for, and I know what part I'm just not paying attention to.
We'll just say take the meat and spit out the bones. I think that's what it kind of is. It's like an interview of, it's going to go into rambling, and then it's going to say some true things. So it's almost like he's sprinkling truth into craziness so that you don't even believe what he's saying, but at the same time, if you got some sense, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Now, they did show the interview of him at the airport. I got to find that video, but I think that he actually was on the tarmac, and they were like, "You're not supposed to be here," because he was down where the airplanes were, and that's actually a dangerous place to be. You're supposed to have headphones on, because when those airplanes, when they take off, it could make you deaf. So I don't
blow your eardrums, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he was down there. That was kind of weird too. But yeah, so they did show that interview. I'm not gonna find it, but yeah. So let's go.
But they gotta make you a lot of them look this way so they can tell you little bits and pieces of the truth. But like I said, it's all what you pick out of it, because some of the stuff is absolutely. But why do you think there's how people always say why they don't come back and take care of their community? They can't. You think people leave the community and the first thing they do is get rich and figure, I don't want to come back? That's not part. Anyway, I don't do all that talking on here. Y'all think what y'all want to think. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear. I'm not.
But there's no meat. A broken clock is right twice a day. Hey, it's still right though. You know what I'm saying? It's still 12 o'clock. You know.
But
No.
Tupac is Drake, and you niggas want to motherfucking listen to the record and not listen to the record? Nigga, Tupac is Drake. How can you sue a man that's not dead? He's been that nigga, brother. But don't nobody want to say that Tupac is Drake.
Nah, we don't want to say that.
So why not? Because Snoop Dogg is on that track too, or no?
Nah, bro. Don't on my crippin'. Don't on my crippin'. On my crippin', nigga. So you want me to tell you what I feel?
Yes, because they're just easy.
Pac definitely spoke, and so did Snoop. It wasn't AI, bro.
Why does everybody feel like it's AI?
It wasn't AI, bro. That's how we have to, I guess, say it. But what we're doing is setting you guys up.
So wait,
If
hold on.
Pac comes back spitting like Drake, what that look like? Oh, but you heard it though. Oh, okay. So if it's on physical stage, what you gonna do?
So what about when they did that AI? They did that hologram of Pop.
Bro, that was Puff.
So
They're not going to blood and crip. He crip blood and whatever the other one is.
My physical is here. My mind is definitely with your souls. Because they can kill me, right? They can kill me easy again. But my thing is, it's like, don't y'all get it? Like, if I go, what y'all gonna do? I don't give a fuck. What y'all gonna do?
So how many times would you say you've died?
I mean, the Jesus one was the most hurtful. That's my dreams. I actually feel my hands. I actually have dreams of people screaming. They scream, and they scream so loud. They scream loud from hell. And I wake up and I just be smiling. He said, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. She said, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Where was he? When they're dropping bombs on our kids. As Americans, we go to certain countries and we fight and then we rape them and then we stay out there. We stay there where the rape is legal. By means of America, not by means of their government. Meaning, how can Malcolm X
All right. So he keeps saying we. It sounds like a familiar spirit speaking through. So do you think it's possession? Is it drug use? Is it possession? Is it just like, because he did start hitting the vape pen right after this. And then here's another thing too. I'm gonna say this. He's crying and stuff like that. Like he has to really be feeling, I don't know. Is he feeling this or is he acting? Is this an act? Or is it he really feeling, did he you know, this is where it's like, I don't know.
to never be the king?
King Kev, you get on my nerves, King
Getting
Kev.
raped
Because it's gonna
and
take a
killed.
while for it to get.
My entire family.
I
My
think
wife
so too.
is no
50.
longer.
Sugar 50.
My son that y'all saw me running around the world with is no longer. I did a lot for this chain. Did a lot for this chain, bro. Yeah.
Hold on, no, let me
This
ask you.
nigga,
Let me
you hearing this shit? You niggas.
let me ask you. Let me ask you. Hold on. Right. Come on. Hold on.
On a bitch, man.
On a beach, man. On a beach, man.
On a bitch.
On a
Straight
beach.
square. Flat out. On a bitch, man.
On a beach.
On a bitch, man. Straight up, man. On a bitch, man.
Someone watching this may say,
Straight up, though, man. On a bitch.
someone watching this may say, man, I'm seeking the truth when I'm listening to you. I'm seeking truth. And is it hidden or everything you're saying? Like, because the angle is like this. But let me ask you this. Do you believe in what you're saying is true? Do you believe that there's truth and consequences?
I believe consequences are the truth.
Oh.
That's the difference between you and I.
Wow. Talk to him.
I believe consequences are the truth. There's consequences to the choices that we make in our little bodies.
Yeah.
That's how God's able to be you, and you, and you, and even you, and even you. You know, if you're lazy at your job, someone has to pick it up. There's certain people that are skinwalkers. There's certain people that are definitely mimics. Certain people love to watch you fail. Certain people will die to watch you fail. It's a given notion that nobody knows the potion. If you're gonna sip something like water. Hold it close to you. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to get into some business, have some fantasy. Have some fucking Cavassier. Or if you want to get into where you want to go fast, there are spirits to help you, is what I'm saying.
I see.
If you want to be a spirit, fine. We have ways to turn you into a spirit.
What's the spirit that's been
Hey,
most helpful to you? in your
18,
journey?
welcome.
See, so now he's getting into spirits, right? And I don't think that was water, by the way. Because he starts talking about spirits right after that. Cavassier and this, that, the other. So maybe it is.
But they are called spirits.
He keeps talking about we. He's talking about we. You know, so what's up with that? You know?
I tell people speak for themselves. It ain't no we thing, but that's like they go all. He is a damaged child. His mental growth is stunted there. You got to remember a lot. Look at Britney Spears at right about now, right? They all was not born that way. Something happened to them. Something happened to them, and they only to I believe they can only tell fragments and pieces of whatever they went through. I don't know. I'm just saying. But he ain't been have schizophrenia. Now I'm saying he got schizophrenia. I just think whatever door they walk through, or whatever rituals they have taken, or whatever they went through as little kids, and even as they got older, it I believe somebody said they got maybe possession or something. I believe that too.
And here's the thing: is why there's always talking about a door. There's always talk of some door that someone has to walk through. So is it like a place with a bunch of doors, like a house, or is there like a spiritual door, or what door is this? I'm always hearing every time I hear about a Hollywood story, there's always some talk of walking through some door, and they never talk about what's on the other side of that door and whatever happens.
They are not supposed to, right? That's where that oath coming at, right?
Is it a door, like a physical door, or is it like an actual like a spiritual, like a mental door, or is it like an actual real door that they like? Okay, I'm at a house, I walk through a door. Do you know, Sugar Love? Do they really walk through an actual door and see something?
I know you ain't asking me that, girl.
People, I mean, I don't know. Every time I hear somebody in the industry, they always talk about they walk through some door, or you walk through that door. There's always this talk of some door. Every time. I've never heard one person not talk about this supposed door. And then, okay, so that's the familiar spirit speaking. What is a familiar spirit? Sugar, what is a familiar spirit? A lot of...
Look, it's a lot of freaky things. We don't know what go on in these Hollywood things. We don't know what would make a sane person just go into a hotel and blast itself in the head. Like, it's a lot of unanswered stuff we cannot answer. And yeah, it could have been them demonic spirits stay with them too.
And let's say also when people have to embody characters, they have to actually take on a spirit of that character. So a lot of these actors are probably like this. That's why if you ever meet an actor or meet some of the people in Hollywood, they're weak. They're not. I mean, I've met a lot of people in the industry, and they seem like a shell of a person.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even seem real. You know, when you meet them, they don't seem normal. It's like something off. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happens when that happens, when they start to, I'm not trying to seem self-righteous or anything, but I'm at the point in my life that I feel like analyzing people in this kind of condition is uncomfortable and weird, hard to watch. Well, the reason why I'm doing this is because let me tell you something. Like I said, the only difference between a person that's living in Skid Row, that's mentally ill, that then lost everything in life, I mean, is that they have money, right?
Maybe it's a parasite-induced mental illness, like toxoplasma.
Toxoplasma gondii? I never heard of that. I don't know what that is.
I mean, look, like I always tell people, whatever you say is correct, right? Whatever you say and your feelings about stuff is correct, right? But I don't watch him, but if I do listen to him, I listen, right? And I see where the little 10% comes in at, then the 90% goes someplace else. Then I see where the little 5% coming at, then I see where it goes. But a lot of that, what they do is harness energy. The same way Taylor Swift had a whole concert. Why don't nobody remembers what happened at a certain part of the damn concert? How did everybody go blank?
Everybody went blank at a concert with Taylor Swift?
Yes. Look that up really quick.
I wanted to show this too. I wanted to show this real quick because
No, you can show it, but even after that, look up the Taylor Swift thing. Why that's playing?
I will. Okay.
When Martin Lawrence was in that chair, we talked about Blue Streak.
I love that.
He played a role in your life, I believe. How do you feel about him as a person, as an artist?
Martin Lawrence is the guy that showed everybody you can make it from DC to Hollywood. And I had a personal stake in his success. Every time he did something, it made me feel inspired and really good. And he was always real nice to me. He'd sit me down. What's
Good girl.
boy? What? We talk about comedy, whatever. And you know, when we did Blue Streak, we were promoting it, and Martin had a stroke. He almost died. And then after that, I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, Martin, are you okay? And he said, I got the best sleep I ever got in my life. That's how tough he is. So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me? What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
So I just wanted to put that one right there real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just want to just throw that out there real quick because I think it's easy to like just say, oh, call him crazy. He's crazy. Da da da. I don't think he's crazy. I think there's something to it. I'm sorry. You know.
Me. That dream, that thought, that mother, that father. It means nothing when you're looking at nothing. When you look at nothing, bro, and you see nothing, how can you even believe you're something?
Amen.
I said, look at this and look at this. Nigga, you got me fucked up. We're going to the same places every day. You know, we walk outside of our houses and then we look at McDonald's and fucking Burger King and all these other places and shit. And it's the same, nigga, that's all you're gonna be. Just telling you, get your job, turn 16, get your job, and work for this person. And this corporation is gonna be actually your dad because they're paying you and you wanna get away from your actual dad. You wanna get away from your actual mom. You wanna have a place of your own. You know, this is the facade of the question you just asked me. Makes no sense to be a dick and say, oh, okay, everybody is going to be the president. Who's going to work for it? Don't give me the same president. Don't do the Joe Biden and the fucking no, don't give that back to him.
You touching on something.
Yeah, but don't give me the Joe Biden and the motherfucking Donald Trump. Why can't we be the president?
Yeah, we could, right? We should.
As a collective, as a hive mind or something?
Dude, what the fuck have you been doing other than Street Stars? Somebody knows you. Don't you have some fucking fans and shit? You can be the president. Puff.
We have Dr. Cornel West coming in tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because
he's a black man.
Yeah, because you know, like there's a Puffy as a president. There is a Obama as a president, right? There is a Michelle as a president, right? Well, why won't we let her be?
Okay, so let's talk about let's go into this Taylor Swift thing real quick because I think that's interesting. Let's go into it.
concert and having zero memory of even going. Taylor Swift fan says they're suffering from post-concert amnesia. I know you guys are gonna hate this, but she's for sure a witch. She is. She's open about it. She does witchcraft spells. Taylor Swift fans claim post-concert amnesia due to bizarre phenomenon. It was like an out-of-body experience. Oh, she hates Christianity and he's for everything anti-God. And we say, like, you know, you can't sell your soul to Satan. But for lack of a better term, Taylor Swift for sure has. This isn't oh, sorry guys, I thought this was demonic. This isn't demonic at all. Not like those are demons and that she doesn't have a Satan mask on. Is that the Grim Reaper flipping us off in her music video? Parents, get rid of this music. There's something weird happening after Taylor Swift concerts. Would you imagine that? That's shocking. Anyways, people are forgetting the concert. They're literally leaving the concert and having zero memory of even going. They're calling it post-concert amnesia. Sounds like something that happens during trauma. Sounds like something happened during satanic rituals. I mean, I'm not trying to speculate here that Taylor Swift is a witch or anything, but this is a weird phenomenon going on that I want to cover. And if you're a Taylor Swift fan, what do they call you guys? Swifties? Maybe you want to watch this video. Watch this till the end because I have some shocking, weird stuff to show you. Okay, this is the insider. Taylor Swift fan says they're suffering from post-concert amnesia after getting too excited during the singer era tour. By the way, listen, if you're a Christian, you should already know Taylor Swift is for sure demonic. She does demonic rituals on stage. I'm going to show you some of that and some other weird stuff, but let's just look into this if our scroll works here. Someone said, Taylor Swift concerts, fans are reporting post-concert amnesia on social media. I know I was there, but it feels like it was a dream. One Swiftie, or it's supposed to say one, but it says on, Swiftie wrote, too much excitement may be tricking the brain into thinking it's in trouble, an expert said. Or maybe it's that she's actually doing rituals on you, because that's usually what happens during satanic rituals. People forget, and during heavy trauma, they forget. Hold on to the memories. They will hold on to you, sings Taylor Swift. But for some Swifties, it's become difficult to hold on to memories of her Eras tour. Fans are coming forward to admit they're suffering from post-concert amnesia. It was like an out-of-body experience, as though it didn't really happen to me. Gettysburg fan Nicole, I'm saying this so bad. Nicole Booz told Time magazine. Yet I know it did because my bank account took a $950 hit to cover the ticket, she said. She's like, I don't remember the show, but I look at my bank account and my bank account for sure remembers. And this shirt's too small on me. I don't know why I'm wearing this shirt. All right, it's too late now. Others have been taking to Reddit to share their guilt of not being able to recollect crucial moments of the Swift concert, with some saying they felt almost as they were dissociating from the experience. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble reading these words. Taylor Swift, are you putting a spell on me? What is going on here? Okay. I went to the Arlington show.
Okay, so he's adding his own twist to whatever it is, but he's reading the news.
Now, I seen it on the news, but like I said, it's not for me to say what's true, what's not true, but it was on the news, and somebody said it was Travis Scott also. I didn't hear about the Travis Scott one, but they did say a lot of people who went there when she started performing a certain, they don't remember. That was on the news. That wasn't off no Christian. I've never seen this guy ever, but maybe that's the one she found first, but that's not the only source that is on. It was on the local news. Now, if the media is lying, hey, they lying. They want to have you in a dream. I believe I believe a lot of stuff they're doing is fake. I think they're doing a lot of stuff to mess with people's minds. That is something that that had nothing to do with religious. It was on the news, right? You're going to go type it in, you're going to see more sources. But the thing is, whether they lying or not, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. This is what they're putting out. You know? It's not about belief. It's not about belief or not, right?
They're grabbing this stuff from Reddit.
If you Google it, or if you put into the news, you will find it. You will find it. I don't even remember when this concert was, or I will remember which news. I know was it most likely was probably ET or something like that. But It's out there. If I mentioned it, it's out there. I didn't make this up, and I never seen this Christian show before. So it's out there. But the thing is to say is believable or not, that's not where my argument is at. My argument is some weird shit that's going on. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say, hey, I believe it and it's true. I never said that. I'm just saying this the ish that's going on. And
let me read this. Throughout the nation.
And that's ABC. Hudson J, that says ABC. But go ahead.
Throughout the nationwide tour, many fans said they felt they were left in a lavender haze after Swift's concert and had trouble remembering specific details of the eventful night, almost as if there was a blank space where their memories of the show should be. So it's not just Christian broadcasting. This is from ABC breaking news. So I'm not. Is ABC stand for adult broadcast to Christians, or does it stand for the American Broadcast Company? No, this is the American Broadcast Company, a major news source, saying that this is what the people were saying. They didn't just make it up. The people were coming out on Reddit and various different platforms saying this. Now, let me tell you something. Music itself can put you into a trance. Now I know this because I'm at this E5. The whole one of the things is using the drum to put you into a trance, and there could be what possession that happens. So I don't think it's abnormal to think. I think that a lot of people are probably from different belief systems. I practice E5, I practice African spirituality. That's one of the things that we do. That's actually when you go to church and the Holy Spirit come down and they hit them drums that do 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 do, and everybody start getting the Holy Ghost and all that stuff like that. That is spirit possession, and they're using the drums to do it. They're using the music to do it. So it's not abnormal to think that people cannot use music, sound waves, all that stuff is all energy. Sound is energy. You can manipulate those megahertz, gigahertz, whatever hertz. That's why whenever the pastor, they know the actual minister of music knows how to play certain notes to get you to cry, laugh. Mm-hmm. I always taught that, listen, people cry on the black keys on the piano. And that's all your minor chords.
Like that. That's just like that 808. As soon as you hear that 808, the first thing you do is your body start moving. Like certain songs that's why they call certain elevated music. Thank you, Sugar 50. Like I just put the information. That's all we do is put the information out. That's it.
Bass hits you at the bottom of your your lower chakras. Mm-hmm. All your high, like your flutes and all that stuff, hit you in your at the top of your head. You know what I'm saying? The mids hit you in the center. You have your highs, mids, and lows. They all hit different parts of your body.
But I'm just saying it's out there. How do a whole arena, as they say, do not remember? And after they left the concert, that's how it made the news. After they left the concert, people were saying, we don't know what happened at this certain time. So it's not me saying it. Go find the whole people in the concert and ask them what happened. And then somebody said that happened at a Travis Scott concert too. I don't know. I really don't know. But me, I keep my eye open on everything. Period. I don't care because it'd be some strange stuff.
If they're having mass hysteria, what's causing the mass hysteria? Is it the music, or why would there be mass hysteria? What would be the trigger to mass hysteria in a concert? That people are supposed to be happy, listening to music, dancing to whatever their favorite song is. Why is there mass hysteria at a concert of an actual pop star that mainly focuses on teenagers and kids and all this other stuff? And let me tell you something. The pastors know. That's why when they say something, Hey, and the so and so and so and so, and and blah 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 blah. They're hitting certain notes, and most of those notes are minor chords in the black of the keyboard. The organs play certain notes to hit your emotions. That's why when they first start playing, singing songs, they're playing in a sad chord to get you to cry, get you going up. Then he gives the message. Then it's the happy feeling, the happy thing. So you go from sad to happy in like that church sermon, ceremony, right? When you go to church, they know how to bring you from a sad feeling to a happy feeling, and they're using the music to do it. And all she probably did is that she just learned how to tap into that. She might have like some church organist and stuff like that in her band.
It may not be church, nothing. It could, like they said, it could have been a spell. Who knows? I wasn't there. I'm just saying, only thing I said is these are the things that's going on. That's all I said.
They didn't talk to everyone, but therefore it's speculation. But if
I mean, stroll down a little bit more. I'm like, it's all in the news. And then I don't know about the Travis Scott one. I didn't hear. I didn't even want to hear this crap. But like I said, it was on the news, right? It was on the news. If you stroll down, you see more of it.
Yale Daily News. Okay.
No, that's just an example. But you could consider. Listen, when I do more, because I'm not going back and forth with people. I'm going to set up a Patreon where we can have a think tank. I'm not, because we just giving examples and putting out the news. I'm not going back and forth with people.
Let's talk about the actual people. New York, New Haven Register. These are not like just like people on Reddit talking about Time Magazine, the Herald. You understand what I'm saying? These are not just some old BS publications talking about this. Good Morning America. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what Auschwitz. Okay, answers. Philadelphia, ABC, The Sun, Perth Now. I mean, look, these are all people who like this reporting on this. NME, BuzzFeed, Inside Edition. These are major news people.
I told you, I saw it off the news. Or I'm not saying what's true, what's not true. I'm just saying what's out there. That's it. Now, you can put in Angela said they are talking about the Travis Scott Astro World concert where the people were deleted. They said the music frequencies were being. Matter of fact, when the frequencies was played, but that nobody even knew what was happening. They didn't even know people was running and getting trampled on.
So, church is a cult. Then, well, according to the actual definition of a cult, I don't even want to get into that. Never mind. Okay. Magical thinking. Listen, magic is not what. Listen, people think that magic is some whimsical thing that happens and this, that, the other. You know what I'm saying? Magic is very much manipulation of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like some imaginary thing. You can manipulate energy with music. You can manipulate energy because of sound, all this stuff. Listen, when you talk, what they say is, this is scientific. See, even magic has a science to it, whether you believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Magic, okay, their music is sound frequency. And if you know, okay, because everybody just only wants to think about it as witchcraft, but magic is not what people think is some imaginary thing. It's something that exists in this world, and it's really about frequency. It's about vibration, because the whole earth, everything that we have is nothing but vibration. But I don't want to get into that because, that's going to be getting into more into but getting into more esoteric thinking. But, and this is not the panel for that. I'll probably do another one talking about sound vibrations, talking about what sound really is and all this other stuff. Because even the Big Bang, that's a vibration. Boom, boom is a sound. Okay. When a plane hits a certain frequency and speed, it crosses the sound barrier. Boom, and a sonic boom happens. Bottom line is that people need to understand that even when they think about things in a magical term, magic is not as what you would say as spooky as you would think. It's really pretty much straightforward. You know what I'm saying? If I use a certain herb, whatever, I can like make you take it and you can become a zombie, right? And I can bury you and it'll take your heart rate down to a certain level and make you seem like you were dead. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of magic, right? That would be considered magic. That's all this magic stuff is really just sound, frequency, herbs, and things like that. So when people think of magic, they think of it like hocus pocus. It's really just sound. Anyways, so if she's doing magic, she's just using the sound to manipulate the audience. So she probably knows how to use certain sound frequencies to put people into a hypnotic trance. You know what I'm saying? That's why whenever if you watch that movie, Get Out, right? What was she doing? She was circling that glass while she was talking to him, and it put him into a trance. That's sound manipulation and frequency. It's not so when you say magic, it's not really as deep as people think it is. It's pretty much straightforward. Certain sounds put you into a trance. That's why when you're at the club and you're here about walk around the club, fuck everybody and whoop that trick, that's war music, right? And that's why people get shot up at the club because that's
what rock and roll music. Black people spend too much time talking about unprovable esoteric BS rather than reality. Shock of spirits in music hasn't saved us from anything. I believe people can talk about what they want to talk about. I believe you don't have to believe in it, but I believe it's out there. And if somebody wants to have knowledge of it, they can. It doesn't mean, oh, I believe it, but it's nothing. It's nothing. Like certain things I'm not going to do, and certain things I am going to do. Like Greeks type of stuff, I don't believe in it, right? But that don't mean I don't know anything about it. But I don't believe in it. But it's all that Greek mythology stuff. No, I don't believe in it. But that don't mean I don't know. I still know a little bit of Greek, right? But I don't believe in it.
You know what's so sad about Black people is that they're too busy just thinking about whatever they want. They want to focus just on Jesus itself and not actually think that this esoteric things exist. They'd rather just be stuck on this outside source and not understand that the power within, and understand that we are just light beings experiencing this earth. You know what I'm saying? And people would only think about, magic and all that stuff and all that esoteric. We just want to focus on the esoteric, and it's not getting us anywhere. Honey, the white people been on that. We behind. We behind in esoteric. We behind on understanding frequencies and how it affects things. We're behind on this stuff. They've been doing this stuff. The fact that people can go to a concert and you don't think that's manipulation.
Nature itself is a frequency. The way the water. That's why some people, when they want to go to sleep, they play certain nature sounds. That's from nature itself. The water, or the birds chirping, or animals moving. That's a frequency. Also, the air, rain, all of that is frequency.
Are you crazy, man? What? All other races of the world have put away the magical thinking, are moving forward quickly. Example: China and India. Are we on the Twilight Zone? One of the biggest religions in India is Hinduism. Nothing about that is non-esoteric. You need to do some research. China, they practice Buddhism, or actually they're atheists, but one of the biggest things in China is Buddhism, esoteric, yoga, meditation. What are we talking about? Listen. Let's get back into this video because that's a whole nother live, and we will talk about that because this right here.
I will not be talking about it because you know, I do things at my own leisure. And
You're
people do
telling me
things-
that India
and people do things at their own leisure. I like people study what they want to study. I like to know a little some of everything. And that's just me. And sometimes I don't even be looking for it. It just pop up and I just look at it, you know, and it's nothing wrong with that. Like I never say I believe or this is true, but it doesn't take away that other people practice it and other people do it, and you don't have to. But I won't be having it. I don't, because I mean, nobody is wrong with how they feel. If that's how you feel, like you tell people that all the time, that's how you feel. But we're just bringing the information. We're just putting on a show, bringing on the information. We're just showing you. You see, the title is he's crazy. Zelanda Brown. Is it just the act or what? That's all she's doing is showing you Orlando Brown. That is it.
Hold on, I just have to bring this up because I don't like the. Let me show you this real quick. Let me just
Identify as Hindus, so you will see women wearing henna on their hands and bindis on their foreheads. The men wear long skirts called veshtis. I love everything about it. 4. Eating with hands. All across India, people prefer eating with their hands over utensils. It's one of my favorite things about Indian culture because it allows you to connect with the food on your plate. 5. Head wobbling. When you are speaking with an Indian in a conversation, they will wobble their head in many directions. It can mean yes, no, maybe, or just a nod of acknowledgement. 6. Romance. It's not unusual for male friends to hold hands or hug each other in public. Westerners might see this as being homosexual, but it's certainly not viewed the same in Indian culture. 7. Thumbs up.
let me try to find about this real because my thing is that like Indian Hinduism. Hold on, is nothing but esoteric. You know what I'm saying?
1 billion Indians.
And I'm a software engineer, so all I do is
of India. And central to this city is the mighty Ganges River.
Mother Ganges is one of the holiest river for Hindu religion, and the Hindu people believe that if anyone will have a bathe into the Ganges river, their all sins will wash out. The Hindu people called it Mother Ganges because the mother always take care of their son.
The Ganges is like a lifeline, like an artery of Indian culture. People do their laundry.
But they also bury people in that river. That's a whole other story. But I'm just like, but just do some research in the Indian culture before you say that Indians, you know what, they might be more into technology because they also in the Hindu culture, it's really a book of technology. When you actually a religion that's based around technology. They believe they were visited by like aliens and all this stuff. Like their whole like religion is based on like, you know, and that's why they believe the way they do because of how they like think about things on an esoteric level. That's what kind of helps them to be more forward facing in technology. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I digress to like go into that, and let's get back to what we were talking about.
Thank you.
That I don't know. I think that I think that blacks are too busy doing about Christianity, and they only got stuck on Jesus and didn't learn about these.
No, but we can't say it like that neither, because Lord knows I am a Christian and I am stuck on Jesus. But that doesn't stop me from learning other things. It doesn't stop me. It doesn't. A lot of Christians, it doesn't stop. Even if you want to say that's a bunch of bull crap, it doesn't stop you from how these people live, how these people live. It doesn't deter what I believe in, but it doesn't necessarily stop me from saying, oh wow, this is how these people live here.
Right.
That's how these people live there.
Also to appreciate other cultures and not think it's just demonic. But that's a whole. Okay. I'm going to get back into Orlando because this is going into a whole other direction I didn't want to go into. My bad. I'm not because my
that's why when I bring information like that, it will be on a Patreon channel because I just like to think tank and Even if we don't agree with it, a lot of stuff I don't agree with, but I still know, right? I still know. But go ahead.
If people don't think that Hollywood is really a esoteric thing, the Hollywood,
And even knowing where it's placed at,
the Hollywood is an actual wand that a witch uses to cast spells.
And look where it's placed at. But let's go. That's another. We're not going on into that.
My thing is that if we don't want to get into the esoteric understanding of Hollywood, we won't understand that these movies have symbols in them. They're using Jewish mysticism. Oh, that's another thing that's happening. You have the Kabbalah, you have all these different things. And if you don't take the time to really understand from a spiritual level and say, oh, well, we're so busy on the esoteric, we're not getting nowhere. No, we're not getting nowhere because we don't focus on science, math, and technology in our culture, and we're just kind of like just living day by day for the money because we have been put into a rat like a damn on a hamster wheel. And once we need to get into the esoteric, get off the hamster wheel and get into our minds.
The thing is, it's a form of communication for them, right? Just like the Freemasons and Easter, it's a form of communication. So what we see in the communication that they're speaking to each other through the TV and through they have, that's another whole entire language. Each color says something. A rose means something. The color of the rose. And remember, you cannot say I know what it is because each lodge, the color means something. The same color means something in each different lodge. Each handshake means something. A butterfly means something. The owl means something. They have bastardized everything that is natural. They have bastardized everything to suit whatever they want to suit. That's why I say I am not going to get all into this. If I'm done with this. I am so done. But it's a meaning to everything. So we can say it doesn't exist. Oh, damn right it exists. Every time you see them every time we see an artist take a picture, we see the picture, but whomever they're delaying a message to reads something totally different. They talk to each other all the time. Just a slip. The way they hold their hand in their coat is another message. If it's in their pocket, it's another message. If it's two hands in the pocket, it's another message. It's a lot of stuff that's out there. This world has been given to the wicked. The way you protect yourself is you got to know their language to protect yourself. So they doing how they say. They hide it. They hide everything right in your face. They hide it right in plain sight.
And honestly, magic is science. I'm sorry. Magic is science. And if you understand what magic really is, you would see that magic is science. You know what I'm saying? Magic and science coexist. Because let me tell you what, listen, God, let me get back to Orlando because of that. I'm going to have a whole, you know what, Jay, I invite you, when I do this, I'm going to invite you. We can have a whole discussion on this. And I think it'd be an interesting discussion because like I said, me being a practitioner of African spirituality, you know what I'm saying? I understand based on what my belief system is that came from ancient Egypt, what magic really is. You know what I'm saying? And it's not what people think it is. Truth in plain sight. Thank you.
And the topic ain't even about magic anyway. God damn.
He's getting into facing Hollywood demons. Hollywood demons, okay? So that means that you got like a group of people that are practicing a certain type of magic in this realm. You got people that are feeding off of children.
That's why I said leave it alone because
he was a child star. Lord knows what this young man seen. And we're so quick calling him crazy that we're not understanding the trauma that he probably been through, probably unhealed trauma. And he's trying to explain what he's been through, but he knows he can't come out all the way and say exactly what it was. So he has to talk in his code language. And also, he probably is a little scared. Who knows if he probably got hit with something? Boom. You know what I'm saying? Hit with like a little tincture of something, poison, which is also magic because you could use certain herbs to drive a person crazy. You know what I'm saying? Who knows if they gave him a drink and put something in there and made his behind crazy? That's magic too. Believe it or not, when you know herbs and you know how to like take a certain thing, put it in the drink, and then that person's never the same again. That's magic.
Why won't we let her be? Why can't Michelle Obama be the president?
You don't think women are too emotional to hold
I believe Janet Jackson should be the fucking president.
Agree. Janet Jackson. Also multiverse shit. Yes, that should work like a motherfucker.
I ain't got nothing to do with me.
Hold on, wait. Trump is on trial right now for trying to hide a mistress or two mistresses. These are human actions. Why should we even care? Like you said, what happens in his bedroom?
Care because Donald Trump is Janet Jackson. That's why.
So we had a conversation about, you speak on Biden. Everyone is pushing 80 being president. Should there be a cutoff of, should young people be presidents versus, like, why is it 45 you can be president? It should be under 45.
All right, well, why are you asking me a question?
Nigga shoot.
You got it. You said that. What you want me to say? You said that.
No. What is too old to be president? There you go.
Too old to be president is definitely 80.
The definition of old.
80 nigga, I don't believe you. Your dick don't work. You need Viagra. You're lying to me. You're lying. You're not the president. Give me somebody like Brandy. Why can't Brandy be the president? Michelle Obama.
Yeah, Brandy doesn't have anything bad on her name, right?
I mean, it looks like, so some things, you have to be cool with people getting into heaven. I'm going to stand at the gate and I'm going to be like, nigga, Brandy's getting in. Oh, the whole Norwood family? Yeah, we're good. You know what I'm saying? But let that be as it shall. They don't want to see me as Jesus. They don't want to see me as Orlando, more or less. They don't even want to see me as king. So my main thing is just to get to the gate. Now, just get to the gate. Everything has been refurbished. Everything is at Neverland is we got the movie, Neverland movie, and Michael Jackson movie, my dad's movie. And it's like they turned everything on for me. It wasn't the movie. I asked for certain things, and I've been seeing them on the internet, but I'm just not allowed to go yet. So, but Neverland is alive, and so is my dad.
Do you think you'll be a part of the rapture?
The rapture was on my Instagram. Every time I post and I feel this way, it should be called the rapture.
So let me ask you, because you literally grew up in Hollywood. Is Hollywood not your playground? Is it not the devil's playground then? I mean, is it not where
you won't say that? What you will say is the devil is nice. Very nice person. I was caught screaming at Satan in Tao. Get behind me, Satan, is what I said. I saw Satan. He was him. We're here. Jehovah's here. Lucifer's here. All of my friends live. Don't you get the joke? It's on them. Statues are just statues, but people are just real people. We're not going to just be statues. There's a Lucifer, there's a Satan, there is a Beelzebub, there is an Astaroth, there is a Jesus, there is, we're real people.
So let me ask, a documentary comes out called Quiet on Set, and it speaks on the Nickelodeon All That cast. Oh man, not the exhale.
Well, I won't do shout out to Nick Cannon. I won't do his money like that. what I will do is I'll say that the owner of Nickelodeon is Jeffrey Epstein, the guy that they've been trying to follow. And okay, now look at the characteristics of everything they said, and then look at everything that he did.
I see your head honcho.
I'm not gonna do that to Nick's money though. That's my brother. Like, I'm not doing that to Tito.
A lot of black people came out and said we didn't see that stuff, but when you hear the Amanda Bynes story, Drake and Josh, or these young white kids, it sounded like they got put through the ring.
I won't do that.
Okay, so all right, so just so I can show you guys. All right, so Sugar Love, when we do a live stream together, like the alchemizing energy things, I have my chat because I'm broadcasting on my channel, and then Sugar Love's also broadcasting on hers. So we're doing a simul stream. So the chats are separate. So I have people that's in my chat room, and then people that's in Sugar Love's chat room. And so if you want to see what people in Sugar Love's chat room is saying, I encourage you to go to hers as well. Come between mine because people might be saying stuff in mine. And this is really a shared platform that we do to discuss these type of things. So this is like a team effort.
I feel like it was wrong what happened over at Nickelodeon, but it's like more good weighs out the bad. I never had to work for Nickelodeon. I work for Disney. We don't do those things.
What do you think about Walt Disney?
Walt is my fucking dad. You dig? So I can't be like, all right, well, it's been a very big conspiracy, right? So Walt Disney tried to kill his son. Saint Joseph tried to kill me. Raiden was involved. Everybody was involved. The entire industry, Denzel Washington, everybody was involved. Everybody, to wear my skin. And they found out that that's just not cool for certain people. Certain people don't deserve to die because they're cool. That's me, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk about this. My nigga, do I gotta just do that? Like yeah, bro. Like,
wait, hold on. If someone was a young child, 8 years old now, trying to go work for Walt Disney right now, like literally,
I would literally be like, get your bag. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes to the parent. The parent is the person that has to say, he can go in that quiet room. That has nothing to do. It's these parents, these pageant parents. My daughter's better than you. If you just look at a dream is a wish. Dream is a wish, and you can't stop. Dream is a wish, you make with your heart. You look at that shit, and you see Hilary Duff and Raven Simone like this. I'm a star. If you actually watch a Dream is a Wish video, and you see Hilary Duff that wanted her own show, and we already had a show, and Raven's like, bitch, and Hilary's like, and I'm on the downside, like, dude, I have like stage moms. It's all the moms. My daughter's gonna stand in front of her. My daughter. I'm listening to this shit, and it's like, so now you got to look at the pageant mom. The pageant mom has nothing to do but make sure that they make money from nothing. They have to sit there and make money from nothing. Half of the shows that have went on, they went off because of the moms behind the kids. Let's talk about Damon Wayans' show.
Yes, your wife and kids.
The girl was black. Her name was Jazz. Then the girl comes downstairs and she's totally light-skinned. Her name was Jennifer Freeman.
Set change.
Oh, but we did that on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The mom was Vivian Banks and she was black.
Came downstairs and
now.
So what it sounds like he's saying is that they're pretty much remaking the same show over and over again, with different parents that are like kind of like pushing their kids pageant momming it throughout the whole thing, you know. And I detest the whole pageant mom thing because my little baby's in pageants, but I don't really like try to get into that like on some like, you know, on that level, you know what I'm saying? Because even my daughter, you know, I let her do her little pageant. She likes to do it, you know. Now I'm not gonna be like, you're better than, you know, I'm not gonna do that, you know. But the one thing I do say about pageant is that, you know, there is a certain level of pageantry, and like this whole, you know, acting thing is very competitive. So it does create a competitive spirit within the child. That's why I don't do the pageants as much, because I noticed that if she wasn't winning, she'd say something like, well, where's my, you know, how come I didn't get a crown? If she don't win, that can be heartbreaking for her. So I don't really like do it that much, because I've done it a few times. I saw her do that, and I was like, wait a minute, you know, I don't want her to get heartbroken, and I'm not that type of parent that's going to thrust her in situations where she's going to be, you know. So in this situation, what he's saying is that the pageant and the mothers are so busy trying to make that coin that they're not thinking nothing about the kids. You know, they're just more trying to say my child's better than yours. So this sounds like it makes a lot of lucid sense. It's lucid. Makes sense.
Did that mom play the same mom on That's So Raven? Oh, I think she did. So I just don't want to do the Takia Crystal K. Ma left the show. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. I ain't crying no more. If you like what you see, you better keep watching now. Hey, subscribe, man. Subscribe. Hey, we got some more shit coming up. I ain't just no scary ass, crying ass nigga. Just keep listening. Real life street stars on a bitch.
He ain't trying to break the internet right now.
Man, that's the nigga, bro. Because you know, I posted Natalie's pussy.
Yeah, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Didn't I send it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That had a fucking.
I said,
it was looking like this.
Looking like a mother. How you get?
I licked it.
Can't chin check me like Natalie. None.
I was licking her pussy and shit.
Oh, wait. She's a regular girl who just got turned up by Bad Girls Club. Does that
Who,
like
Natalie's pussy's bomb? Yeah, it's bomb as fuck. Her pussy bomb. I got a whole daughter by that bitch.
No.
So you about to get into Natalie Nunn, but I want to talk about this stage mom thing, okay? So Hudson says stage moms should be called exactly by what they really are, pimps. And then King Kev says they're the first groomers. So what if you have a child that's really good with soccer, and they want to play soccer, and you put them in soccer thing, and they become a soccer mom? So is a soccer mom a groomer? What about a gymnastics mom? Is that gymnastics mom? If the kid loves gymnastics, like my daughter, I got to put her in gymnastics. She's tearing my house up, trying to do flips and all type of stuff. If I put my child in gymnastics and and it becomes a competitive thing, am I now a gymnastics mom and I'm a groomer? Now, the only part that becomes the grooming process is, and I got to see it myself when my daughter did a commercial, is that they do be like, can we take your daughter into this room to do this acting thing? And I'm like, well, no, I want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a football mom, is that a groomer too? Because a lot of football players start off when they're like a child, cheerleading moms, all that stuff. Bottom line is the child shows interest in something and the mother gets behind it. The only difference is that in Hollywood, they make money from it, you know? That's probably where that whole greed comes into play, is that, you know, okay, so you're not saying, so like my daughter, as you can see on my YouTube, honey, she grabs my phone. She wants to be online. She's gonna be, you know, she's gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? She wants to do that. That's what she wants to do. Now, but at some point, this child wanted to be. These children probably was expressing a certain type of behavior where they wanted to be in this thing. You know, they wanted to be on acting. They were good at it, and these mothers. Now, when that greed kicks in, when they start seeing them big dollars, and it becomes like a thing where you got like directors screaming at the kids, like what they said on that show, that's where the line must be drawn. You know what I'm saying?
Don't chin check me. Hold on. Here we go, man. This man, layers.
I mean, let me know you here.
Layers and layers, man. Layers and layers.
So what do you think about Roly Poly's new BBL?
King Kev, you get on my nerves. I'm about to find where you are. I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna get you. Cause I know you just trying to like drive me crazy. You know what I'm saying? You like to poke at me. Your daughter generally wants to do the thing. You're not pushing her for that coin. No, I'm not. Trust me. I'm trying to hold her back, but she's full bleed on it. She is, man.
BBL? Oh gosh. I feel like Coi Leray's ass is the best ass in the industry.
He like to troll me.
Like Coi Leray, like her how she's built and shit. Like, you dig? I fuck shit out of Coi Leray. You dig? You don't make love to the bitch. The bitch evil and shit. You know what I'm saying? With the evil shit, I'll fuck the dog shit out that bitch, give her a whole nother baby and shit. I'm sorry, I got a baby with Coi too. But my thing, I fuck shit out my baby mama like. I fuck shit out my baby mama, nigga.
Wait, so she's what this cause a skinny mini, a little booty.
Nah, it's what it does.
Right. And you know what? Coi Leray is another person that I believe that she grew up in the industry too, and that's kind of sad that he's talking about her in that way, because I think she's only 19 or 20 or whatever. That's messed up that he's talking to her. Now I'm gonna fast forward that. I don't really like that. Okay, maybe he'll stop talking about that, because I think it's supposed to be about Raven Simone, so maybe he'll get into that. But yeah, I would say that it's fine to support your child's interest, but when you give your child over, no, I would never do that. No. No, you can't go over Diddy house. You can't, I'm when he was on that thing and he up there with Justin Bieber, I'm like, why wasn't the parents? Because I would have been right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You listen, Kevin, you always troll me. You like to get underneath my skin, okay? But you know how they had that video with Justin and Bieber, and he's sitting up there and he's like, yeah, you about to be over my house for a weekend. Hell no. Hell no, little boy or little girl. You know what I'm saying? And I think at the time, it was the time frame it was that people was really thinking boys of oh no, they're little boys, so boys must be boys. So I think that at that time, parents were more open to leaving their kids with people. You know what I'm saying? Especially little boys. They didn't think a big thing. But yeah, no. Could be my boy, my little boy, or my little girl. Going to Michael Jackson house, R. Kelly, none of that. So
talking about little booty, nigga. That's not a little booty. She can extend that ass and then get that ass back. Extend it. That's all on your dick.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
All on your dick. Oh, yeah. The bitch must be Janet, because I. God damn. I mean, that's good. That is the best pussy.
Oh my god.
Hold on, wait, real quick. Orlando, Raven's mom was on set. Was her dad there?
Oh, Chris.
So both parents there. You
Chris
met both
was
parents.
always there.
Yeah, okay, there. Okay, they're always there.
Chris never left.
For you, were your parents on set of That's a Raven?
My mom is Raven, so I would say she was there.
So I have to ask then, because of course there's a meme that goes out every so often where they show That's a Raven. They show the power go into her eye.
Hold on, real quick, before we get into that. Why do you think now sleepover days are different than they used to be in the back in the day? Most of our generation are the ones that actually experienced the SA. You know what I'm saying? I think now people are more aware, so I think that what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? I think there's probably less people probably getting as much sexual assault than they was back in the SA as back in the day, but I don't know. Let's get into it.
When she's with you, and then they show Orlando Brown on these interviews or doing something, and it's
that's cute.
That's cute. That's cute. I say
they keep doing that shit. That's cute.
Yeah, it's like, do you find it funny?
I'll be digging that shit. Man. I'll be just fresh out some ass and looking at shit like, oh, I'm still the man.
That's
Give me
what I
some
love.
pussy.
Bro, all right. So you don't say a pause. It went black, and then I don't know what happened during that blackout time. But he comes back and he's really puffing on this whatever this is, and I believe that there's probably some CBD or some hemp or something in that thing because it's getting more weird. He's starting to talk more vulgarly and talking. Yeah. So
did you, when you were in those moments, did you see how your life was going to be 10, 15, 20 years later?
No, I definitely did not. I definitely didn't think that I would be bigger than Raven. I didn't think that I would be like bigger than Raven, Simone, and shit. But you know, but I'm just keeping it real. But my thing is, it's like, you know, if she can just stop, not like, just don't be my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck with me. Like, just fuck with me. You feel me? Like, on gang. You feel me? Just let's get this back. Everybody knows you're my mom, bitch. Like.
So are you American or African American?
I am fucking Illuminati. I am not African. I'm not American. I am Illuminati. I'm none of that. I don't even have to answer that question.
What's the perks of being Illuminati?
I don't know the price of being Illuminati.
The perks.
The perks. We don't get perks. We don't get perks.
Wait, is all sacrifice? Like,
we don't do sacrifices.
The normal man will tell you a sacrifice comes.
We don't do sacrifices and we don't do perks. You have to tell the truth. See, Illuminati is the 12 disciples of Christ.
Let's go.
And they took all my friends and they fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? Took all my buddies that knew all the shit that I could do and all the shit that I do. They are trying to add people to the 12. They don't have any power. I know all my disciples. They're not even close to what we do. We tell the truth and shut your world down. That's my gospel.
What would you say O.J. Simpson is?
My auntie.
God damn.
Who, Satan? That's my friend. He's fine. He's the one bagging all the fucking skin, I guess. Everybody you see, all of a sudden they have a big broad shoulder and a fucking belly, and it's all the same person on Netflix as the star in every movie. It just, dude, nobody wants to watch that shit no more. It's like, dude, can we get a chance? Everybody, can we all get a chance? Can we get a break? Can somebody be the first person to be like, my nigga, fuck with this shit over here? Where's Adam Sandler? Where's fucking, well, Jig is here, but where, you know what I'm saying? It's certain things that I have a problem with on the level of new talent. Like Tyler Perry is the only person that actually gives an opportunity to people.
What about 50 Cent in all these new Power episodes?
50 is doing great. I think 50 has to figure out if he's going to be producer or actor, because everybody in the films that I see or the shows that I see, it's 50. Look at all his productions. If you actually look at the top lip, that's him.
He just opened up his own studio in Louisiana.
I don't give a fuck about his studio. Fuck his studio. He ain't called me.
Oh. Well, he might have.
I don't give a fuck if he called me or not. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He got to deal with me, bro. 50 got to deal with me, bro. Like how he got to deal with everybody else. He can't bully me, nigga. I'm the bully. I learned from him. Like, I don't need no breaks from nobody. I got, a family and shit
there
now. I don't
there you go.
Certain people that, all we got to do is the Orlando Brown show.
Yeah, do you want to act still? Like starring role, starring in Power?
If I'm allowed to do stuff, that's cool. If I'm allowed to. It's a lot of people that's not cool with me being who I am. It's a lot of people that actually don't believe in me still. It's a lot of people that don't want to deal with me and look in my face and then accept it. So if I do something like Back to the Future and it lasts forever, that's where we're at right now. We're not looking at, we're looking at Major Payne 2. We're looking at some things, man. The Orlando Brown show. We're looking at shit to where it's gonna last. MIB5 and shit, they were serious.
No, we would love to see you back on a
God,
screen.
MIB5 or Universal. I love you guys, but MIB5 is a little much.
You brought some pictures with you. You care to explain those pictures?
Oh, these pictures. Oh. Well, this is me. This is definitely me.
Bro,
That's definitely me.
Bro, MLK in his younger days.
Definitely Janet Jackson.
And what y'all looking at? If you don't mind me asking.
I was looking at something, and then my wife was looking at some shit. I was like, "God damn, bitch, you got a pretty smile." Yeah, my wife got a pretty ass smile.
So wait, is this?
So yeah, that's me.
Metaphysically?
This is me, and then that's Janet Jackson. That's me, and then this is fucking Mandela, I guess. Played my mother for a while. Raped my dad. Raped my father. Turned him into a prostitute. And then
wait, hold on. You said Cam Capone.
Oh, yeah.
What
his name?
Yeah. What is? Yeah.
This dude jammed us last night. This dude has a show going on called Orlando's World. He's a murderer and a kidnapper and a rapist. And I got close to him. I like the guy. You know, who do the evilest people in the world have to go to? Who do we have to talk to? Who can the evilest person in the world go and talk to and say, you know what? I fucked up here. That's Cam, bro. Like, he just does evil shit for no reason. He's fucked up, but I accept him.
Wait, real quick. You said Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Cat Williams he's truth, right?
Bro, that is Jaguar, bro. I can't. She's bullying me. She stole my identity. She has my social. She's living under Orlando Brown she has fucking yachts and shit in my name, bro. And Jaguar Wright and Mary Magdalene and shit. Cat Williams, I guess, or whatever. Whoever was sitting right here with y'all. Yeah, they using my identity. Using my identity.
What's on that one right
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wait a minute.
AKA Miranda Madej, AKA Ice-T, AKA Angelina Jolie, AKA Joe Biden, AKA Angelina Thomas, AKA Walt Disney, AKA Malcolm X is indeed Saint Joseph, my father Lucifer.
Wait, Walt Disney, Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Leonardo.
You look at the eyes, don't look at me.
Oh. Man,
I woke up in the morning, and I do this in the morning. I wake up in the morning. My assistant can tell you. I honestly wake up in the morning with nothing in my system, and I think about everybody that I love. And this is what they did to me. This is what they did.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
That's what they did, man. That's how I look when your boy gone.
Oh man.
So is he saying that they killed him? They assassinated him or what? Like like that, whatever I don't know. This is
Damn.
And he's crying.
That's what they did, man.
What?
Had my wife sitting there looking like she ain't have a husband.
Shit.
Ain't you supposed to look at this? They shot me on the balcony, y'all.
Killed his spirit. Maybe that's what it is.
No. We asked you earlier, how many deaths have you experienced?
Is he really crying, or do you think he's acting?
Outside of Yahweh, outside of Jesus, you experience these things.
Just the dreams. Just the dreams, man. Just the dreams. It's not like they got me in jail, bro. The speech wasn't given. The Martin Luther King, the I Have a Dream speech wasn't me. This was the only thing that y'all got. The only thing y'all got was this. That's how they got me. That was the last time y'all see me.
Wow, I've never seen that picture.
That was the last time y'all see me.
Is he trying to say that he
I was arrested. When I got arrested, I got raped.
Oh. You can only go left so many times.
Yeah,
man.
nigga. Okay.
Oh shit.
Got arrested.
So do you think he's talking about his arrest, he feel like he was assassinated as a character and as a person, as a spirit, and that he feels like a Martin Luther King? Like, what do you think is happening here?
He got raped, nigga. Yeah, bro. Them niggas was like, oh, I had a dream. I had a.
Maybe they raped him in prison. Do you think that when he went to jail, they like raped him, or what do you think?
Bigger dream than you, bitch. God damn. I had a real big dream. Your kids are gonna be my horse. Your wife's gonna be my bitch.
Oh no.
Like, god damn, nigga. Like, what? Where the fuck is Janet at right now?
How would the world look if everyone lived in their truth?
Like me?
That'd be interesting. Can we live in our truth and have a functional world? Because ignorance is bliss.
Oh, bliss is ignorance. What you talking about? It'll look like me, bro. Everybody gonna have sight, the spiritual sight, to see that the mask is not the man or the woman. The sight to see that a hungry person isn't really hungry, they just don't want to eat.
So if a child walks in a room and know that a man is a predator,
the child is the predator.
Oh man,
the child is the predator. Yeah, CIA, spy, these things, they are in the kids. I said it in the beginning of the interview, bro. These kids are adults. They're just watching and waiting and trying to see what's going on. These kids are adults that have to start over because they fucked up. And then they just don't want to fucking get the parent that they got. They just think that this parent is just the baddest parent, and it's just, you're supposed to get loved by your real parent. You know, adoption and stuff is like, oh, Lord help me. Adoption, you know, how can you discipline a kid that's not yours?
That's my fault.
How can you love a kid that's not yours? They won't let me have my kids.
And I want you to speak on that right there. The last time we did our interview, you were very radiant and happy about your wife, your kids.
Yeah.
One thing we spoke on before we did this interview, you said, they took that from me, my wife and my kids.
Yeah, they did. What?
How? What? What happened? I mean, what?
I can't explain it. I don't know. But she wasn't around no more.
So just one day here, next day, gone?
Yeah, for 3 months, and then 3 months at a time, and then a year at a time, and then you're just sitting there by yourself. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and wait for you, dude. Like, I'm not gonna fucking just sit here and wait for you. I'm cool. The whole world wants to see me, but why am I sitting here for you? Why am I going on platforms and I'm turning away strippers and I'm doing all this for you? And then you can't even fucking not be here for me. And I'm calling you my wife in front of the whole, like, you're embarrassing me. You're being mean to me. You're being wrong to me. And then I can't disrespect her because I'm still married to her. So it's like.
So you have her ear right now to just speak to her from the heart. Speak to her from the heart.
You put my kid in school and I'm supposed to be there on his first day of school. That's why I'm divorcing you. You put my baby in school. And he wasn't supposed to go to no regular school. He was supposed to go to private school or something. He looked just like me. Why would you put him in public? Like, why would you? And we had the conversation to not do that. And then you did that. It's like, I have a whole show in California. You did that knowing I got a job. Like, what do you want me to do? I gotta divorce you. I gotta divorce you, baby. I'm sorry. You did a lot of fucked up shit to me. You did some stuff, man. And I sat there and dealt with that shit for a long time as your husband, and I just can't do it no more. I'd rather just go talk to people and be myself. Because I stood there as your husband and you didn't come, you didn't show up. Then I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Do you have an outlet like, like therapy to talk to someone about what you're going like?
Nah, man, I don't have any fucking problems. I just have to talk. The therapy goes to, the mind and are you okay? And do you have, I just don't care about certain things because I'm numb to it. Like I have what you call a black heart. So it's like I smile and I'm there. I'm so there. But I expect evil before good. I expect people to fuck up. And I'm okay with that. That's my therapy. I know that somebody's gonna fuck up. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, they fucked up. Yeah, like they're gonna fuck up. Eventually they're gonna fuck up. You can only fake for so long.
So even your wife, even your child, when you see someone, do you see the good in them or do you see this is a problem waiting to come out?
I see beyond the realm of human comprehension, and I see things that people forget to mention.
All right.
I definitely see things that people forget to mention. That they don't they don't mention the kind of shit that we see. And then beyond the realm of human comprehension means this. Like nobody can understand that I'm telling the truth, and y'all do. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's gonna understand that shit, bro.
No, a man should have a say-so in his child's life.
Yeah.
In his own life, and technically, as a wife, as y'all are still married, a man should have a say-so in what happens with that whole scenario. Are you in control right now, or are you not?
I am in control of me. I have let go of her. I have let go. That was the healing for me, to let go. Like when you give people rope and you give them a lot of rope and you just deal with a lot of shit and then it's just like, all right, cool. So then at that moment you start, all right, I know I'm gonna have to, all right. But you gotta give them the rope. If they don't continue with the rope, then you can't cut it. I cut the rope, bro. I cut the rope. Don't nobody fucking care about driving in the car unless they're driving. When I'm driving and you talking shit to me and I park and say, get the fuck out, what you gonna do? That's where she at right now, bro. I'm only just crying because I haven't cried about it and I haven't talked about it and I haven't said anything about it. But she's been doing some real messed up stuff. I won't go into that, but she's been doing some fucked up shit. And on the internet, it looks like I have this fucking perfect marriage. And then, bro, she is really doing some foul shit.
Can I ask you, have you been present?
She's not present. I've been present all over the world. Every interview, every time I show up, I've been present. Where has she been? See what I'm saying? Same thing with Raven, right? Are they the same person? So you got, so, I mean, it's.
Doesn't he have a child with Raven? Don't they have a child together?
No.
Okay.
It's deep, but the thing is, you got to hit it and get off of it, because they really tried their best, bro. They tried their best. They did to destroy me. They tried their best. From kids, they used the kids, they used everything. They tried their best. They did everything they could, but it's the same thing they can only do to every celebrity, right? It's the same repetitive shit. It's the same repetitive shit. From Richie fucking Valens, Richie fucking Lionel Richie, all these fucking people that get into domestic relationships and shit and all the fucking, it's just the same shit. And then I just said, you know what? No, I don't give a fuck. And then when you do that, wait a minute, he was supposed to be stuck there. No. I've been watching while I was stuck there. When I had 500 million people on Zeus watching me, when I did all, I was watching, I was taking note. They called me a drug head. They called me all kind of names. And so what I did was I got married and showed who I really was as a man. What happened to that narrative? It disappeared, right? Nigga, I ain't no no more. I'm back to being old. But it took me being a real husband, bro. That shit took work. That shit, it wasn't just, the narrative came because of the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, the narrative actually came because I put the work in, bro. I said no to certain shit, and she know, bro. You know, I did a lot, you know, as the husband, as far as what I was supposed to do. Now, I know a lot of wives that would have never left their husband. That husband that would be like, yo, not without my wife. You sit on a platform with 20 girls asking you questions and you ain't fucking out one of them.
Right. We've seen the 20 versus 1 and
my nigga, no respect.
Wow.
No respect, no nothing, you know. No nothing. The 6 years ago, let's bring up the old shit and that didn't even happen to you. It just doesn't make sense, you know? So I gotta just leave that alone. Fuck.
No, so
God damn, man. Fuck.
Yeah, let me ask you, because there's a scenario in which you're trying to get to Dallas to do this interview. And there's a moment in which you're at LAX and it could either go left or right, and it could go very bad, or you could be sitting here right now.
Yeah.
And you're here right now, and it did not go the other way. Yeah. What is that? Is it covered in the blood? I mean, what is that for you?
Covered in the blood, bro. You gotta know what God does, bro. You know, you gotta see it. Your emotions have to be cut off. You gotta see it. You gotta see it and come to it. Gotta get to it. It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker when you see it. But you gotta control your emotions. You gotta live. If I put myself on the let's go get him, I lose the blessing. Yeah. It's a blessing on the other side. So Cam start doing bullshit, all this bullshit. I saw my mom, I saw Jaguar. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm get on her ass. Y'all hit me back immediately. Bro, I had $30,000. Y'all sent me $2,500. I wasn't doing no interviews. I just remember y'all coming to my room and how deep y'all was, and y'all was serious. And I remember what we talked about. Very deep, you know, and I said, I just need another interview. Bro, Cam literally fucked us, bro, like on some shit. Like, he aired that shit and then didn't pay me, like on some shit. Like, yo, my nigga, like I did the first interview. I didn't ask for shit. Got doped up. I was like, yo, nigga, you aired this one, but I came over here. I did a whole nother interview to get back. You brought me back to do another interview, nigga. Why would you? And y'all called me back. He is pissed as a motherfucker. He don't even know the name of y'all shit. He don't know what the fuck's going on. Bro, you don't even know. Like, you don't know what y'all did, nigga. You don't know what you did, bro. You don't know. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas in this room, bro. You don't know what these niggas is trying to do to me in LA. You don't know, bro. But it looked so great, bro. It looked awesome, man. They trying to get a nigga, bro. They trying to get me, bro. They really trying to get me. And I'm like, I can't catch me. Nigga, every day I'm waking up on their ass. Every day I'm waking up on you bitch ass niggas. You hoe ass nigga, you bitch ass nigga. I'm on your ass, bitch. Yeah, this shit is emotional, bitch. I've been waiting on this shit, bitch. You hoe ass nigga.
So, lastly, on
a bitch, man. Everything on a bitch, man.
Everything on a beat.
God damn, man.
So, and then I have to ask you lastly, and this kind of brings us all back home. There was a video that went out. It showed you in Houston, just walking up the road.
I wanted a vape. Oh, fuck. Can we? Okay, so this is the thing, though. You know, like if I'm raping someone's wife, I have 8 security. I can't go outside. If I'm fucking kidnapping kids, can't go outside. Can't do shit. Gotta get on the red carpet because everybody's kids is not mine. Right? I walk down the street to the smoke shop. And I hop in somebody's car. Get me wrong. Shoo. We all, nigga. They can't do that. That's why it's a problem. It's a problem to walk down the street because they can't. They're doing the brotherhood notion. The brotherhood notion is I'm gonna kidnap all of these niggas' kids and I'm gonna do all this to everybody. Nigga, stay in, nigga, because we gonna catch you and fuck you up. Paru. Oh crap.
Paru.
We gonna fuck you up. We gonna beat your ass. See what I'm saying? We gonna get your ass. See what I'm saying? We gonna fuck you up real bad.
Hey, man.
Yeah, because you playing, nigga. You playing with this shit. Ain't nobody playing out here, nigga. This is some real shit. Niggas can die over this shit, bro. Real shit. Let me tell some fucking fake ass shit on Paru, crip. It's gonna be a rap, nigga. Nah, nigga, we gonna cancel this nigga. What is he talking about? This nigga ain't making no kind of sense. Fuck this nigga. He's on dope again.
Nah, I'm definitely.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like this nigga, like make it make sense.
Nah, I'm glad you're free of mind, really. Like you're not constrained. Man, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. It's shit, man. It's 2024, Orlando. What do you have coming up outside of?
Well, I'm doing me. That's it. Just doing me like a motherfucker. Don't walk past me with no big fat ass. I'm damn sure gonna tell you about it. Don't be looking me dead in my eye, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you. You dig?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some dick, and then yeah.
Don't get real vulgar in this part, so I don't even want to go into that. But
thank you kindly.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I will not anymore. I just like to bring the information, but it seems like it turns into a big old thing when we're just presenting. I will not, even on my own video, I will not be speaking anymore. I'm just going to show the information, and that's it. What we try to show goes all the way around. I will not do that. I will not be answering comments or nothing. Right? Matter of fact, I am going to take off my comment, so will not be no comments to even be writing. But I believe here is that, like him and so many, even that other guy, I forgot the name of that young boy, but my daughter used to watch him. He was dark skinned and he had the colored eyes. I forgot the young man of that show. He's gone. Even when everybody said that what's the two white boys and one was the best friend. We can't, it's a lot of freaky stuff that's going on that is happening. All we doing is just talking about it, and we're just saying, even though that's what they use, right? We never said we believe in nothing. We're just bringing information. That is it. But I believe he is another one that Hollywood done messed up all the things, the shocking things that happened to him. I have also seen a video where damn, I forgot the name of this guy. All these things just come across me, right? He was saying how, and I always said this, they bring you to they make sure wherever your likings are, they bring your favorite people, they find out who you admire, and the next, they're all regular. Then you go into another room, the color, remember, color also changes your mood. Just like if you see like a lot of garbage cans and stuff, they're usually like yellow, right? It's a bright color for a reason because it makes you want to take the garbage and put it in there, right? There's certain colors also. Then they change the color. They change the color. And then other stuff happened. Right? And then one guy said how when he left and he peeped into the window, then he said by the time he got home, they already was surveillance the man's whole entire life. Like these people on the top of the pyramid is not to play with. In the once you're in, it's sad, but you're in. And a lot of time you want to come back to your regular life, you cannot. So yes, a lot of them do drugs, and that's why a lot of them leave from overdose and stuff like that, because that is their only, for some of them, that is their only way out. That is the only way, I guess, when you're what was that? No, it wasn't him, but it was a younger guy. Go ahead. Go ahead, DJ.
Honey, I was talking and I was on mute. So I got the one. I did a whole live on that video when he was talking about the party where he went up into the hills because he was a YouTube creator.
Yes.
He made it be a fake party. I think he made it out to be a fake thing, but it really was real. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that he was able to describe every little thing, like, I don't think that it was fake. I think it was real. You know what I'm saying? But even this guy, Jim Brewer, talks about the creepy Hollywood. So let's talk about the
real Hollywood king. And I'll tell you what, I'll let you in on a little something, but I'm not going to drop names.
Okay.
But I'll never forget, these are black producers, a guy named Kevin Brown and Andre Brown. And he was later on 30 Rock, but they would come to us and they would tell us about vanity and losing your mind in Hollywood and be careful. And they came back from Hollywood to try and expand us. And they sat us down and they're like, you ain't going to believe what we saw. Like, what did you see? And they said, we saw so-and-so, huge name, so-and-so, huge name, and so-and-so, big name back in the day, chicken hawking at a party. And I went, what? See, you're white. I said, what's chicken hawking? Everyone laughed. He's white. He don't know chicken. I said, what's chicken hawking? That's when you hanging out with boys that are transvestites. I went, what? What? See, now you're telling stories. Yeah. But I never forgot that. 3 years later, this name, ping, huh?
Busted chicken hawking.
That one's sick. This one, bing, busted.
Yeah.
Huh? They swept that up. That's what I call. To me, Hollywood's a mafia. It's a big, dark mafia.
Yeah, it is.
And then what happens is, I remember one of them. It was like the mobsters come. They're like, we understand. Not mobsters, like Italian.
Right.
Whatever.
You're talking about
gang you want to
the
call
attorneys.
It.
Yeah.
Right. And they come along like, listen, you sign this, you do some movies there. We'll put the soul on the table. We got enough money to make this go away. Ping, it's gone. No one ever brings it up. No one ever brings it up with this person.
That's crazy.
And there's 2 or 3 of them. Huge. But I guess what I'm saying is by the time I started doing Saturday Night Live and the Half Baked, blah, blah, and TV thing, Tim Allen, all this shit, that's when I really saw how dark and so it was dark. I get creeped out. I get scared to death. It was soulless.
Yeah.
Never seen anything. And I still, every time I get out there, I feel like, oh man, I don't feel life out there.
Yeah.
I don't feel it at all.
You know what? I always said when I get off the plane there, I feel like I'm in the office. It always I just feel like I'm in an office constantly. Every light feels like a fluorescent light. It feels like it never ends. But it's hard to find it's hard to find a comfort out there. But there's always this dangle of a
carrot.
Yeah, and it's a carrot, and I don't even know what it is because
it's vanity.
Is vanity? Is it?
Vanity. You know you want this.
Right.
You know you want this. You're better than so-and-so. You know you're better than so-and-so. You get this, and it'll be worth this.
Yeah.
And then your road will be worth this. Yeah. You think that person deserves to be in arenas or on billboards? You should be on. Hey, you want it.
There's a little
I believe that.
That's what we're sold
as you're
on.
saying it, I'm thinking I'm trying to feel like, a lot of times things will land for me in my feelings like, is it vanity? Is it yeah, it's something of
ego.
It's ego and vanity. Yeah. It's ego, it's vanity. I want to be better than them. Yeah, it's
not easy.
No, it's not easy. Well, and I think also you start to see the other side of it too, where there's never like an understanding. You never get to talk to the person to have the conversation about what's it's just there's never any real instructions. It's all kind of vague.
You're right.
The business is vague. The money is vague. It's all
vague.
And there's all extra people always stacked in at the last minute you've never met.
Right.
And they're living and they've owned your family now. They're just crazy. Your grandfather's now their grandfather.
It's
like
a nonstop Scarface movie.
Yeah,
you got the money. You got the 7 of you. With what just happened? We think what's going on?
They're cutting you. They're putting you in a commercial for bone saws as they're cutting you in half. You know.
Put this dress on and then take your pants off, and this is gonna get you big time.
Hope you enjoyed that video, and you can watch another, and you can watch this one.
Man, what? What? Man, what? What? Man.
So here's a crazy New York private party story. I believe we were working with Nelly and Jaquan at the time. So it had to be at least 3 o'clock in the morning. And our manager is taking us through these alleys, and we go up some steps, and then we go down some steps, and then we take an elevator up, maybe 16 floors up, and we get out. And it's just like this dark room in a hallway. So we walk down the hallway. I look to the right, and it's this famous female artist, and she's there making out with another woman. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I'm new to this, so I wasn't used to all that. Just girls everywhere. And actually, we were in the room next to her. I think it was a little bit bigger than her room, and she wanted our room. So she actually tried to put us out. So she wasn't really nice, you know, but we didn't leave, and she ended up staying in the small room. But so I'm sitting around drinking, you know, just drinking. I probably had like 2 or 3 drinks, and somebody says, "Hey, let's go to the private VIP section." So I'm like, okay. So I walk in, and I'm standing at the door, and it's like a couch that's like a circle, like a half circle, and they're passing a tray of cocaine around the room. I'm country boy from St. Louis, so I'm definitely not into none of that. And I was just shocked, you know. So for the rest of the night, I sat outside of that room on the couch, and I think I was just shocked to death.
So bottom line is that like I mean it's so many stories. You're like, I don't know.
Hey, I thought I told this story just because people often ask me, like, do you have any Hollywood stories or like party stories or stuff like that? And I do go to a lot of parties, and I get out there. A lot of stuff I organize, but a thing happened this past Saturday night that I thought was worth sharing because it kind of shows that, you know, there's a lot of like, don't move to LA. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where like, I feel like this story is worth telling to people who are thinking about coming to this town. So it was this Saturday night, and it was a big party in a mansion that must have been rented. A really wild party, open bar, liquor just splashing everywhere, just a mess, overflowing the cup, just like that. And they had dancing girls that were like on pool things who were like working. There were a lot of cute girls at the party, but there were actually girls who were working the party, like strippers. And it was like, well, how do you interact with these people? It's very awkward. And I realized, looking at one of the girls, like, I know this girl. This girl was in 7th grade with me, and her name was Milana, and I was like, what the fuck? So I was sort of like holding my drink. All the guys were like in their 40s. All the girls were like teenagers and in their 20s, and I was sort of standing there. I took Milana outside with me, and I was like, what happened? How are you a stripper? Like, you're from like a nice family. I guess a whole lot's changed with you. Like, are you okay? And she looked at me, and it just really hit me. She said, what would you do if your son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his dad is gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now. So for you, this is just a good time, but for me, this is
Bottom line. So, anyways, that was funny. Anyways, so listen.
First of all, the parties is just the tip of the iceberg, right? It's a lot more I'm not going to get all into that. That's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just the fun stuff. It's other things that's not fun that they go through that F up them kids' heads.
I thought that was the one with the guy. The one dude that was talking about. I gotta find the one with that guy where he talked about that party. Where he went to.
But again, that's the fun stuff. There's other things that they have to go through also that's not fun. Hey, Lakeisha, it's a lot of things. That's just the fun stuff of living in a bestiality world and living. Put like this: the same way you say you gotta, the same way you gotta think about God, right? Their job is to
get you away from God.
Not just get you away from God, but everything he said not to do, their job, because regardless if we believe in it, they believe in it, right? Doesn't matter what we believe in. They believe in God. And they believe in doing the opposite of whatever God tells you, right? So that's where they have like all the orgies and the men and the women, because that's all what God tells you not to do. So everything he tells you not to do, their job is to do it, right? Because they are Luciferians.
This is the one. I found it. I thought that was the one. That actually was kind of funny how he did.
Was that the one?
Yeah.
What the YouTube guy?
Yeah, that was a funny little joke, right? I'm sorry.
And I was trying to tell him his friend was part of it, but he didn't believe me. But go ahead. I mean,
No, that was funny. He that was kind of a troll a little bit, but this is the real one. I thought he was the same. You know, these sometimes white people look alike, so I thought it was the same guy. But man, I was trying to go over the other thing, but it looked like this is like 2 hours long, so we're gonna have to do that other one on another one, because this one.
No, we could just go out and come back in, because now I have to change the whole title, because I thought we was going over. I thought we was going to go over the interview, so that's what my title was for. I didn't see this happening, right? That's why my title says what it says. And then I thought you was just going to show the piece of a land. I know you're going to show the whole entire thing, right?
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't matter, because it was still good. It's still information. It's still put out there. But so I have to go out, come back in, and change that title and put the correct title there. So people may think that they may think that we're talking about the CPS girl, and here we're talking about Orlando Brown, but that's what I thought. That's what I thought, the CPS lady.
Right, but listen,
that's what I call her, CPS lady.
Look, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go through this until I get, because I gotta go pick up Offset, and then when I come back, we could just do the CPS thing. But but
please forgive the title. But go ahead, darling.
I moved from Chicago to LA 3 weeks after high school with like $2,000 in my pocket that I saved up working at Steak and Shake with this other aspiring creator named David. I was much more into editing and being behind the camera at that time, and he was much more into Vine and vlogs and being on camera. That time of our lives was absolutely crazy. Everybody was broke, posting anything we could onto YouTube to get some attention. I happened to get a spot at the now notorious 1600 Vine apartments, and David got a spot a little bit closer to USC. Everyone was collaborating with everyone, and it was the era of clickbait YouTube. And to be honest, it was extremely fun for the first few months, until Hollywood started to notice that influencers were the next big thing, and that the landscape of the industry was changing. And we started to get invited to more exclusive parties and events, where it seemed as if old Hollywood was almost grooming new Hollywood. And there was rumors of this one gathering that was happening on a monthly basis, where it seemed like anybody that got invited saw a massive jump in their numbers, secured huge brand deals right after attending.
but apparently this gathering worked on a buddy system. Someone had to vouch for you and bring you as a guest. And by blind luck, me and David ended up getting invited. Some talent agents saw me and David shoot a silly skit at a random party. He didn't invite us that second. He just told us that he saw something special in us and took our contact information. And listen, people do that all the time in LA, but this guy had a different feel to him. He wasn't trying to convince us he had connections or hype himself up like everybody else does. He was just super calm and had a sharp way of speaking that demanded respect. He was extremely brief, and after getting our numbers, he just said, "Look out for the invite," and walked away. And this is where it gets weird. I never gave this guy my address. I only gave him my number, but I ended up getting an invitation by letter. And at the time, I thought that that was so cool. But in retrospect, as an adult looking back at it, that alone was a huge violation of privacy and a major red flag. But at the time, when I tell you I was absolutely buzzing with excitement, when I got it, the letter was so extravagant and detailed. It was gold with black and red lettering that read something like, "Your talents have been noted, your name has been endorsed, and I'll never forget this part. The dreams you've been chasing are a night away through the seventh heaven." And the address was a beautiful home in Laurel Canyon that was
the seventh heaven. What the heck do they mean by that? That sounds like a cult to me. The seventh heaven.
That was the song.
Weird. Okay, so it sounds like there's like this cult like thing going on that was going on at the time in Hollywood, and I think that's part of what you hear. You hear people that get introduced and then they go into these rooms, and that's exactly what he encountered. So let's go into it.
set to happen that weekend. It also noted to not be a minute late and not to expect to leave before midnight. And at the time, it felt like the Willy Wonka golden ticket. And the excitement doubled when I got a text from David at the same time, in all caps saying, "Did you get one too?" I felt like our lives were about to change. And I was right. David blew up after this party, and I had to go into hiding. I felt like our lives were about to change. And I was right. David blew up after this party, and I had to go into hiding. When I tell you I was on cloud nine leading up to that party, I was so young and naive and delusionally optimistic. I truly believed that I was going to go to this party and leave rich, because it literally seemed like that was happening to the creators around me that attended. I was hyped. I've never been a braggy person, but when you're young and excited, you get consumed by good news and want to talk to your friends and peers about it. So everybody that I chatted with who I knew was a content creator and was in the know about this party, I couldn't help but to tell. And all the feedback was positive along the lines of, "Let me know how it goes," or "Can you try to get me into the next one?" And even some from bigger creators saying, "I'll see you there," with like a little smirk on their face. Like,
slide it down.
Except for one conversation with the creator that
You can't see his
probably,
face.
this creator is an extremely positive guy, and he's one of the most wholesome, bubbly, genuine guys I met out there. And when I told him the good news, he looked at me like I told him a tsunami was headed towards the building. The usual joy that this man brought to every conversation turned into real fear and concern. And he made me leave the lobby and come up to his apartment before explaining anything. Like he was scared that somebody was going to overhear our conversation. When we got up to his apartment, he was just pacing. Like he had no idea how to start this conversation. But when he finally spoke up, all he said was, "Listen, Doug, I know you're excited, but I'm begging you, please do not go. That man is not who you think he is." He was being so frantic, and I could see tears welling up in this guy's eyes. But I was young, and I thought that I knew everything. I didn't even think the talent agent that sent us the invite was important. I was interested in the connections, and I didn't really care if the talent agent was shady or if his intention was to sign me to a bad deal. I thought I'd just say no to any bad contract that he tried to send.
And that's part of the problem is that, people going into these parties or whatever, they're just thinking, "Oh, I'm just going to a party, whatever." They're not thinking, "Hey, this might be something more," right? And you're in Hollywood, like, okay, you're trying to make it. You move to LA to make it, and then they entice you with this event. This guy is creepy, but you ignoring all the signs.
What they don't realize, just like a lot of
I would have been asked follow-up questions, but all he gave me was, "I have a friend who."
what they don't realize, like a lot of people don't realize, you are always being scouted. So by the time they come to you, they already know all about you. The same way people think when you seeing kids, them little young kids playing basketball right in the hood, they have people watching to see which kid is the best. We're not even just talking about in school. You're always being scouted. Even if you are in foster homes, you're being scouted. If you have even mental problems, they may need you for something. Even doctors, lawyers, you're always being scouted to be used for whatever your talent is used for. They want the best of the best. So a lot of times by the time they get you in junior high school or high school, that's because they was watching you since you was 5 or 6 already. There's no coincidence when you hear people say, "Oh yeah, I was doing a song and out of nowhere, I bumped into such and such bodyguard or such and such cousin." That's not a coincidence. How do you just bump into people? And you know what? "Oh yeah, I'm such and such cousin. Well, come on up in here. I could hook you up with them." Nothing is by coincidence. They're watching us right now. But carry on.
And on top of that, let me tell you something. I live in Steubenville, Ohio. Now, Steubenville, Ohio, I grew up like my high school years. Steubenville, Ohio is a huge football area. They scout them kids from 5 years old in Little League and follow their asses all the way up through high school. And they be having them at their same thing with soccer.
Yep, everything.
Anything. They start from childhood.
Yep.
That's why even when my daughter, she wanted to be in cheerleading. No, actually, she wanted to be in band. They were like, "Oh no, you have to be in the junior high band to make it to the high school band, then to get to the college band. Like you have to like start off at junior high. Like I started off in elementary playing instruments as a flutist, and then I moved up from elementary because kids, if you got the right parents, they're gonna get you on whatever. I started off with my flute all the way from first grade, second grade, all the way up until high school. And then I tried to join the military band, but really technically they scout you out of school to be in band, to be in whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they scout you as well as other kids. Because remember, some kids don't make it. Some kids may break a leg. Some kids may not want to do it no more. So they're constantly scouting, right? Because things can happen between 5-year-old and 10-year-old and 10-year-old. So they're always on the lookout. So that's why when they present themselves to you, they know you, they know what you like, they know who your favorite artist. They ask people about you, they talk to your parents, and your parents don't even know. Oh yeah, your son is the best. Yeah. Sometimes they start off with the parents too. Oh yeah, well I got another league. You know what? It's very expensive, but you know what? Your son is. I'll get him in there. Parents don't know no better.
And let me tell you something. I know a girl who's a world record holder right now. I don't know her personally, but I did her mobile app. She started off winning track meets. Okay. In Mississippi, I think that she was from. What's her name? Her name is man, I can't think of her name right now. But she, I did a whole mobile app for her, right? Because I know the director of the film of the documentary that did the whole documentary on her called Fast Dreams. What's her name? I'm gonna write it down. Hold on. Fast Dreams. But she is she started off as a child winning passing what's her name? Her name is Bianca Knight. You ever heard of Bianca Knight? Bianca is the gold medal winner of like the 2x4 or the 4x1 or the 4x2. Gold medalist, but they start these kids off. She was in track and field at a young age, broke some records as a child. Then she broke the world record in the 2x4 at the Olympics. But she actually went to TXU or TSU or some of the Texas Longhorns, I think. She went to that school, and that's a very well-known track and field thing. The moment she broke the record, she went professional. They took her out of college, and she began her professional career, right? Them people been scouting her since she was a little baby child, 12 years old, breaking records in Mississippi. And now she's married to an NFL player, but she broke records, you know what I'm saying?
And you got to remember too, there are also some kids that are better, but their parents said no, right? So just because you scout, some of their parents like no, thank you. So it's not like they got the best. Some of the best we will never see, because they ain't willing to go through all that. I'm not going to sell my child out. And some go on to either be working in school or something like that. But don't think because they scout you. Not everyone take the bait, but remember they hit you with, like that guy said.
They hit the parents. And
Right.
so imagine you're in your first year in college, or your second year in college, or your first one, and you break the world record. They've been watching you since high school and elementary track and field. So when you break that record, they've been watching you so long, boom, they hit you with a Nike contract, right? And then, but the college is like, because they want to make their money off of you, they're like, no, I don't think you should do it, right? Now she went on to win the Olympics and stuff like that. But imagine how much pressure that is once you're like a college student freshman, and now you're now a professional, because people don't even understand how even track and field is this crazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's everything. It's everything. Like I said, lawyers, doctors, even if you're a maniac, they need you too. If you're a narcissistic person, that's why they be in these foster kids, and they be looking at the worst kids. They need them too. Everybody is needed. Everybody got a job to do. You're always being looked at. Always. And even when he said with these people right here, you never notice how out of nowhere some of these YouTubers, they just like wow, like they make sure they get all the algorithm, right? But even who, because she got to go pick up her baby. We're gonna
He hasn't been
let
the
him
same
finish.
since I don't know what he saw or what they did to him, but Doug, I do not want to see that happen to you. I don't know what he saw or what they did to him, but Doug, I do not want to see that happen to you. I start reassuring him that they won't make me do anything that I don't want to do. I don't even drink, let alone take any party favors. So peer pressure isn't much of an issue for me. I make up a lie to get out of the situation because, to be honest, I selfishly wanted to stay excited about this party, and I really didn't want to hear anything negative about it. So I jokingly told him that I'd text him when I got home and that I had to leave to edit some videos tonight. What I was really doing was calling my dad to beg him for $100 to buy a rental suit. Mind you, we were all still poor, and I was living in an apartment that I could barely afford. My dad reluctantly sent me the money, and I immediately texted David to pick me up tomorrow at 5 p.m. so we could both get our suits before the party and grab food before we head to the party at 11. When David picked me up the next day, he was so excited and in such a great mood that I had to hide my concerns from him, at least while we were shopping for the rental suits. I had to manufacture excitement because David always has his camera out, and I wouldn't just be spoiling the mood, I would be ruining the content that he was trying to record. So I went along with it throughout the shopping process. Our plan was to drop his car off at my apartment, walk to the In-N-Out Burger on Sunset Boulevard, eat, and then change into our suits in the bathroom and hop into the Uber, so we didn't smell like burgers. When we finally sat down to eat, I took that opportunity to bring up the warning that my friend gave me the day before in his apartment. I told him everything that he said to me and how scared he looked when he said it, and that I was feeling a little bit worried about going to this party. David cut me off before I even got to finish my sentence and firmly said we're going, and then went on a rant about how my friend is a jealous clout chaser and that he's just salty that his content isn't good enough and would never be invited to something like this. He said it in a half serious.
That's nothing. This whole clout chasing thing. People love to call people clout chasers, but really, like, a person saying don't go to something is not a clout chaser. They're trying to warn you.
Half joking tone like he always does when he wants to get his way. Then he finished off by guilting me and saying, Doug, don't ruin this opportunity for us. Please just get through this party for me. I'd never heard anybody talk about my friend that way, but I'd known David for so much longer, so I trusted his judgment. So I nodded my head and called the Uber. We changed in the bathrooms and hopped into the Uber, and David starts recording again. So I have to pretend to be excited again. But once we got off the side streets and started driving up Laurel Canyon, I started getting anxious and internally panicking. If you're not familiar with Laurel Canyon, it's filled with beautiful homes, but at night it's extremely dark and borderline freaky, especially when you consider all the history with the Manson murders in that area. Part of me feels like we're dropping ourselves off into a setup, but once we arrive, all of my worries get washed away. We pull into the driveway and this house is beautiful and extravagant. And everyone waiting in line to walk in is smiling and laughing and friendly. So I get excited again. At the door, they take our phones and have us sign an NDA, which isn't uncommon in house parties like this in LA. And they give us a mask and a name tag with funny aliases. My mask looked like a bear and David's looked like a bird. My alias was Stardust, which David got a crack out of, and his was Banshee. We enter what you could call like the lobby of the house. And as we're walking in, the apparent host of the party starts giving a speech. This man is very eccentric and outspoken, and he's got the cadence of a late night show host. And I spot the agent that invited us standing right behind him. The speech was basically just encouraging everybody to have fun. And
Now, on Night and Day Network, they talk about how, Vicky said that she got invited to a similar party where they had them actually sign in blood. So I'm not sure if they made him do the same thing, but it's interesting to hear that she actually had a similar experience where they made her sign in blood.
No, I think that's when you take the oath. They didn't take the oath. That's when you take the oath. They didn't take the oath.
Oh, okay.
Instructed to move to the next room whenever the grandfather clock chimed. He wrapped up his speech with some cheeky joke, and then one line that still irks me to this day. He said, "Have fun now. Our descent starts at midnight." I tried to give David the eyes that I didn't like where this party was going. This type of behavior from people that I saw as adults made me extremely uncomfortable. The moment the host wrapped up his speech, a couple of workers came out of the doorway. They were holding a couple sets of long poles. All of a sudden, music started playing and everybody seemed like they knew what was going on. So I just went along with it. So I guess these parties start off with a big game of limbo. It's funny seeing people dressed so nicely playing a silly child's game, but it's even weirder seeing A-list celebrities being so excited to play because everybody had masks on, but when somebody that you grew up watching in movies walks by you with a quarter of their face covered, you still know it's them. I was amazed with how inviting and willing to introduce themselves to these people. I was expecting at least an undertone of uppityness, but it seemed like everybody was involving everybody in conversation, and they were frequently introducing themselves to me with their alias, of course. The only thing weird about it was something that I didn't notice until the third person did it. When they shook my hand, they pressed their thumb into the soft part between my thumb and my pointer finger. And I only recognized the pattern because the third guy gave me a big smile and said, "This must be your first time here." In retrospect, this should have alarmed me, but it seemed like they got friendlier when they realized that it was my first time here. So I didn't really think anything of it. But before I got to ask any follow-up questions about this odd handshake, the first grandfather clock chime went off, and everybody excitedly rushed into the second.
That handshake is actually a Masonic handshake.
Yeah, but they are Freemasons. But go ahead.
So that wasn't really a Masonic handshake. So there you go.
When I finally got in there, I was taken aback by the dramatic decor change. Everything in this room was different shades of blue. The music was romantic and all the furniture was cabana beds and love seats. I stood there for a second trying to realize what was different, but I couldn't put my finger on it until some girl walked by and caressed my shoulder in a really flirty manner. The decor changed, but the way everybody was acting was drastically different. Before, everybody seemed to be outgoing and inviting and friendly, but the second they stepped foot into this room, they became touchy, flirty, and suggestive. I was only 19 at the time, so this type of behavior from people that I saw as adults made me extremely uncomfortable.
That's interesting too, because why would they be picking up on a 19-year-old, be trying to get him to go to this Hollywood adult party? What was that about? I mean, I get it. They were really focusing on the YouTube creators, but it's interesting. He's only 19. One step away from.
Girl, they took the Disney kids to the same damn parties. What are you talking about?
Had curtains that you could close for privacy. And I realized that these people weren't just being suggestive, they meant it. I tried to give David the eyes that I didn't like where this party was going, but he seemed to be really enjoying the female attention, so I was on my own. I basically stayed in perpetual motion and walked laps until the next chime went off. So I didn't have to sit next to anybody for too long and let them get too comfortable. The clock finally went off and everybody rushed to the next room immediately. The weirdest part was the people that were in the private sections didn't even bother redressing except for the mask. I was in no rush to get to the next room, but I could see into it over the crowd of everybody's head. The walls were bright orange, but the smells that were wafting in from that room were amazing. And when I finally got in there, it was like the Hogwarts feast. It was table after table of the most delicious spreads I've ever seen. There was full tables for seafood, full tables for meats, full tables of sushi, and an entire wall of spirits. I almost started enjoying myself again. Until I saw the way these people were treating this food. They were disrespectfully biting chunks out of delicious prime rib roasts. They were just shoving copious amounts of high-grade sashimi into their mouths and eating caviar like it was cereal. The way that they were just grabbing with their hands and just spitting out things that they didn't like onto the floor ruined my appetite. At this point, I wanted nothing to do with these people. So I went up to the only familiar face in the room. The agent that invited me was the only other person not eating. So I approached him and lifted up my mask so he'd recognize me, considering we'd only met one time. Before I even got out my greeting or got my mask halfway off my face, he abruptly pressed my mask back into place and sharply said, "Mask stay on till the 6th room." He did it in a way that seemed like I was embarrassing him for not knowing the rules. So to ease the tension, I jokingly replied, "So we're only halfway there, huh?" He didn't laugh or make eye contact. He just dismissively replied, "I encourage you to engage in the festivities. A slow drip is better than a flood." He started to walk towards the door as the clock chimed for the next room, like he knew it was about to go off. I didn't like that interaction at all. He's the one that invited me here, and he seemed to have no interest in talking to me. I just kept going over what he said the entire time while we were in the next room. This room was yellow and basically just a casino. I wanted to talk to David privately and let him know that I wanted to leave, but he seemed to just be caught up in the momentum of the party. Plus, there was a roulette table in the room, and David's freakishly good at roulette. So at this point, the winning streak that he's building is the center point of the party. I can't fully focus on what the agent said to me because I have to pretend to be excited about David's winning streak in a fake casino where you're not actually winning money. And like clockwork, the chime goes off. The entire party starts rushing to the next room again, and the vibe changes dramatically. I'm the last person to walk into the bright red room. This room didn't seem to have a specific activity like the others. It was just empty and bright red, and everybody was whispering to each other. For a split second, I thought it might be a big game of telephone or something silly like that. But as I started walking through and brushing shoulders with these people and hearing what they were saying to each other, I started questioning everything. The same people that I saw laughing and celebrating and eating together were whispering the most heinous, offensive comments directly to each other. I mean, things that you wouldn't even say behind your friend's back. They were saying it to their face.
I mean, what the hell kind of party is this? That I would not want to go to no party with all this weird stuff going on. I mean, come on. Like, people are cussing each other out and they like whispering it to each other. That's weird.
They're trying
I know that's right there.
They're trying. No, what? See, the thing is, they signed to go there, and each room feels a desire, right? Comfortable desire. All around these people, these are major, major people. Each room fulfills a desire. Each color. That's why each one has a specific color. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna say this is that I know Kevin's saying that it don't sound real, sound like a very well-written Illuminati model. Nobody speaks this way in real life. But anyway, I'm gonna say this is that, like, dude, if you go on YouTube, everyone is saying that there's these parties, and you go into, even if he might not be telling the whole truth about what he said he went through, there are people that when they talk about like that they went to a party, it sounds like the same exact thing. It sounds like it's like, okay, so somebody probably told their story to him and now he repeating it and probably reading it out. Maybe he ain't the one that been through it. Maybe somebody else went through it, told him what they went through. But whatever it is, like, I've seen several things. They always say it's the rooms. It's a room. They go into this room, and you go into that room. You open the door. It's always like, well, you don't want to go through that door. It's always about a room and a door.
Corner because I was sick of hearing everybody's dirty laundry after walking around for a minute and a half, and it all clicked. I knew exactly what this party was. I see the host ask the first person in line a question before having them repeat something that he said. When I tell you I am done with this party, I'm absolutely not doing it. All the dots start connecting in my head while everybody's being horrible to each other around me. I'm trying to recap the whole night and remember the order of each room to solidify my suspicions, but the chime for the next room goes off. This time, everybody gets eerily quiet and calm, like they got all of their venom out. The host of the party announces for all of the newcomers to come to the front. All of the attendees form a single file line in front of the next room's door. There's about 10 other newcomers in front of me and David, and the agent that invited us is standing to the left of the door, and the host of the party is standing to the right. The host.
Now, I would say this. It sounds like the 7 deadly sins, but there's only 6 rooms. So it seems like they're going through all the sins, right? And then they have this final room after they have people like do kind of like build up to the sins, right? First they start off eating. First they start off like, on like a sexual vibe. Then they go into like,
oh, they didn't get to that part. They didn't get to that part yet.
Into like, talking bad about each other. Like, now it's like this other room. Now let's check what he says here.
Yeah, now they get to that.
The table next to him. I see the host ask the first person in line a question and then grab a book based on his answer. He would present the book to the person and place a diamond-shaped metal symbol on top of it before having them repeat something that he said. Then he'd take their mask off and let them enter the next room. I couldn't make out exactly what he was doing until there was only 2 people ahead of me in line. The books were Bibles, Qurans, Torahs, and so on. He would ask the person, and which one is yours? Whichever they chose, he'd grab it and place the metal symbol on top of it. He'd have you put your hand on top of the metal symbol and then repeat, I am my own God. I bow to nobody but myself. When I tell you I am done with this party, and I whip my head around and I tell David, I'm absolutely not doing that. David whispered back in a joking tone like he always does. Dude, it's just a party. Who cares? I'll see you in the next room. And he skipped me in line to show me that he'd do it first to make me feel more comfortable. He went through with it and giggled his way into the next room. It was my turn. So
I'm not sure who David is, but I think he's a big creator now. Someone on another podcast named who this David person who they think it was. But bottom line is that like, first of all, that metal plate that's diamond shaped like a Masonic symbol. And so then he's taking like the books of like different like religions and then kind of like getting them to declare like Masonic words. So this is
No,
the
they're
Masonic
getting they're
initiation.
what they're
So I tried to
getting
play it
them.
cool
Hold
and
on,
whisper
what
to the
they're
host, "Do
getting
you
them
mind if I
to
skip
do.
this?"
Hold on, they're getting them to do. They're trying to. What he's saying is everybody's in on it, and they're trying to get you to denounce. Like if you believe, that's because they pick a book. So if you believe in God, you have now denounced him. If you believe in Allah, you have now denounced him. And now you have said, I denounce you, I am God. Right? So that's why a lot of these artists and them think that they are God. So that's the way of getting you to denounce whatever you believe in. So in a sense, that's why they say pick a book, because it goes to show you everybody is in on it. So you be thinking, oh, that show you all these religions, you think they're really going at war. They really are not, right? So that's the purpose saying what you believe in. Pick your book. So you have, that's denouncing. Like I denounced the Lord and Savior's magic. Okay, I denounced it. That's what that means. And then that thing is you're putting a seal on it. That's what that means.
And here's another thing, like though, okay, so say if he's just telling a story, there's no way that you can come up with all this. That you have to be very creative. Think someone, even if he didn't go through this, someone told him the story. He might not be the exact person that went through it. Somebody went through it, and he just telling the same story. Because I can show you a thing with Lecrae saying he went to a party and stuff and went through some similar stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not this organized. I don't know, but let's get into it. Bottom line.
It's making me a little bit uncomfortable. I thought he'd subtly break character and reassure me that this is just a party theme and it's all good. Instead, he whispered back to me in a really kind tone, "Of course, man, don't worry about it. Just take your mask off and turn around." I was relieved for about a split second before the agent that invited me here grabbed my arm and started guiding me towards the exit. And I see that everybody that was behind me in line is staring at me straight-faced. I look back at the host and he's standing up and loudly shouts like he's starting a chant. The price was not paid. And then everybody in line that was staring at me chants in unison like they knew exactly what to do. Remove the profane. And they repeat it over and over until I'm through the exit door. The price was not paid. Remove the profane. The price was not paid. Remove the profane. So the agent just walks me to the closest door. He doesn't even walk me to the front of the party and out the front door. He just puts me out into the backyard. It's 4 a.m. My friend's still inside. I don't have my phone. So I decide to walk around the right side of the house because that's where all of the party attendees were kind of headed. Let me see if I can peek in and maybe flag down David to let him know I got kicked out. And there's some windows to the next room. But of course, these windows are like big church stained glass windows. And you can't really see through stained glass windows like the colored ones. But if you go really, really close and you look through the white parts, you could kind of see clearly what is on the inside. And this room is like a bizarre church replica without all of the seating. It's just a big church-like room. And all of the people that were in there had their masks off. And it was like a big circle. And it almost looked like an initiation. And all of these celebrities are standing around in a circle around the other 9 new people. It was 10 excluding me. And there was big TV grade cameras recording, and it looked like the group of celebrities and everybody else that was there was kind of cheering them on. But then there was clearly people in there that were much more serious and kind of threatening, and the 10 new people were in the middle of this room being forced to do horrible things.
Well, hold on, 10. Okay, he just said that he removed himself. So how was it 9 then 10? Because I think he was the 10th person.
He said
So I think
10.
I'm not sure he messed up on that part of the story.
10. No, he said 10.
First he said 9 and he said 10.
No, he said 10, then 9 removing him.
Now, I'm not sure if everybody else picked up on that, but let's go.
Well, rewind it.
He
said
and
it
the
was
new people
10.
clearly didn't want to do these things. They were being forced to do these things, and they were clearly recording it. And I see my friend being forced to do these horrible things in front of these people and in front of these cameras. I just start panicking. I don't know what to do. So in my head, I'm like, I just need to get out of here. So I start speed walking to the front of the house, and I'm thinking I need to get out of this gate. There's only one street. We're on Laurel Canyon, so it's either I go left and start running towards Studio City, or I go right and start running towards West Hollywood. I'm not about to go knock on other people's doors. I'm just trying to get back to civilization. And I'm trying to remember if we're closer to Studio City or if we're closer to West Hollywood. I don't even know. As I get to the front of the house, one of the employees is standing, and he's standing in front of a car, and he has my phone. I'm not sure if he knows that I just saw everything. So I'm kind of standing there deer in headlights, but he just politely goes, here's your phone and here's your ride. Don't worry, the driver will take you home. So I take my phone and I sit in the car and I'm trying to gauge to see if this driver has any malicious intent, but he doesn't seem to. And within the first 3 minutes, I know that they don't think I saw anything. They were just getting my stuff prepared and my car prepared to take me home because they're under the impression that I didn't see anything too bad. And I got kicked out before any horrible things started happening to people inside of this party. So I get in the car and I'm checking my phone. My phone was fully charged when I got here. So I don't know what they did, but my phone won't turn on. I have to sit through this 30-minute car ride. One of my best friends is back at this party getting mistreated and recorded doing horrible things. And I can't tell anybody. So I get through this 30-minute horrible suspense-filled car ride, thinking about all of the people that were so nice to me inside of this party. And the whole intent of this party was to butter me up to get me to do these horrible things. And when I finally get back to my apartment, I run upstairs, I plug my phone into the charger, and the first texts that come through are from my friend Joe. And I completely forgot that my friend Joe was coming to visit me. He was coming on a little mini vacation and I was going to play tour guide and show him around the city. So now I'm thinking I only have like 4.5 hours to sleep before I have to go pick up my friend from the airport. And I still don't know if my other friend is okay. So I'm blowing up David's phone because he's still at this party, but I set a timer so I get to the airport to pick up.
Now what's crazy is that like the party, he leaves the party at 4 a.m. Okay, and he was the 10th person. He says that there was 10 people in the room. So I'm like, did you really go into the room with these people, or because you said it was 9?
He said 10. Then he said 9 minus me. So it's 9 people that's left because he's gone. He just made a mistake and included himself. Then he excluded himself. So he's like minus me. But the thing is,
so Kevin says it's a fake party, right? All right, then.
Listen. They're not going to tell the names. Most of them don't even know the names. And just like Professor Griff says, when you think that you're going to say something, they pull out an envelope with your whole family in it. I don't know if you ever seen the interview with Professor Griff when he was talking about it.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, and he was saying, no, they all have a envelope. So if you think you're going, and they show you, they got pictures, everything of all your family members, who you connected to, and who they can, at any point in time, they can mess up all of their lives. So they're not going to say the names. It's too much at stake.
How you can make any woman.
When you get to that, don't you probably go?
So could you just take me through like A to Z? How does it happen? What are the details of like an elite New York City sex party?
Well, Hacienda has a long history. So it's been 12 years actually. So it's a long time. And we have made plenty of mistakes over the years to kind of engineer a experience where you both have, it's like what it comes down to is about responsible hedonism. So you have to have both. So it could easily turn into a drug den. And like when it's too wild, so you have to have a level of responsibility. So we actually put a lot of effort into educating people, getting people only allowed to be member when another member is vouching for them. So there's like old school rule, like no, you don't fuck over your best friend's sister kind of thing, right? So you have to build that social pain if you fuck someone over. So like what we learned is that's the best way to do it. Also, you have to get people practicing consent is different than preaching consent because most people don't know how to, right? So if you go to a typical nightclub, you sort of have this like culture on how people chat up each other, right? But when you transition to a place where you're out on nightlife, but sex is possible and available and is not a taboo thing to do, how do you learn to negotiate with a stranger or a friend's friend into from hello to fuck it?
That's interesting. Yeah, the nightclub setting, there's an implicit scarcity to sex.
Yeah.
Like you go to a nightclub and there's, if there's 100 people there, there's 70 dudes and there's 30 women. and maybe 10 or 15 of them might be your specific taste in terms of like what you find attractive. And so now you have all these guys going for like 4 women.
Yeah.
And they're all trying to flirt with these same 4 women. And there's like an intensity and a scarcity to that thing. Whereas I guess at a sex party, all of a sudden the scarcity is gone in a certain way.
In a certain way. Also, like, to engineer a really good play party, you kind of want each guest to, you think they're going to be at least attracted to 3 people at the party. Like, so, I mean, it's harder when it scales up to get that. But when we used to do like more smaller group, their engineering is about like having the right ratio. So if every person you think at least they're going to be attracted to 3 people, then is a great party. Also,
now let me tell you this. The reason why I brought this up is because, okay, I'm used to DJ these parties. I used to be the DJ for the shit in DC, in Washington, DC. It was a club called, it was at a club called God dang it, Club, I can't remember right now, but the event was called Entree New, and it was a swingers party. And then they had another thing called Bound, right? And people, it's a thing called the lifestyle, right? And there was mayors there, like with people, like one dude had a face mask on, and he had a person's entire foot in his mouth, like shoved down his throat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So I've experienced these parties. So it's not like that this doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Lifestyle parties exist. So it's not like, oh, well, what he's saying is not true, because no, I've been there. I've seen actual vampires, okay? These people like live their life as vampires. They don't go out in the sun. They look like fucking porcelain. Like they didn't even look like normal. I was like, what the hell am I? And me being I was invited to this stuff, and I'm DJing. I DJ'd the Bound parties, and then like I DJ'd the swinger parties. And this is just regular people, but they're like, they might be a little upper class or whatever, people that might be married or might be a mayor or whatever. So like it's DC, so you're gonna run into more politicians. New York, your upper class people might be more entertainment. But me being in DC, I saw like senators, mayors, politicians doing some wild stuff, like people on like beds with like electrocution, and you take the light bulb and you're shocking people with the light bulb and stuff like that, and they're getting some type of pleasure out of that. People like laying on a bed and you take like a scalpel and you cut them slightly and then pour alcohol on it. Like I've seen this with my own eyes. I actually did it. I ain't gonna lie. I did do it, and I'll tell y'all about that in the morning one time. I'm gonna tell about the story when I like.
But let's not forget about even the people who in the like. I like to stay out of that actually, because I have heard plenty of stories, even the ones of them laying in a coffin and happen to be buried to kill their old self, and they become back their new self. Like I'm like,
well, that is the Masonic.
That too, right? Huh?
That's Masonic, and it's also done in power.
I've heard of that too.
They all still work together. They just lower levels. That's why, a lot of these artists, remember the Masons, like, okay, you do something do free. Okay, I'll be the judge. Okay, oh, he walked free. Why this one ain't walk free? Why this one got 40 years? That's why I stay away from these, because I like me.
Let me tell you how crazy it was.
I don't even want. Wait. I'm not here. Everybody got the right to think what they want to think. I'm not going back and forth with nobody for how they feel.
No. I'm
not gonna do it.
Wait. I'm saying that. Listen, this is my real experience. I've actually been at this stuff. Like, listen, the person that threw the party in DC, it was a place on U Street. It was a strip where it used to be a black area where all the black people. So he was a person that studied people. It's a name for it. People that study human behavior, like an anthropologist. He was the anthropologist. He was put on U Street to study the heroin addicts on U Street for over a 10-year period, and he actually like was watching the heroin addicts on U Street. His job was to report back to the NIH. I don't know, National Naval whatever the NIH is in Maryland. His job was to just sit there and befriend all the heroin addicts on that strip, because it was a very big strip in Washington, D.C., right by Ben's Chili Bowl. It used to be a black club strip. Now, I DJ'd across the street for a display called State of the Union. They commissioned me to be a DJ for their events. Now, this guy was doing lifestyle parties for, like I said, swingers and or like the bondage S&M community, right? And I got to DJ both of them. Like, I would only really DJ at the beginning, but then when all the freaky stuff started happening, they would play like industrial music. So they had me at the beginning with the house music and like the techno and stuff like that. Then it would go into industrial, like 9 Inch Nails, and then there was another guy named Cowboy that would DJ after that. So I saw with my own 2 eyes all this stuff going on in the club. After the club, they would leave the club, go to his house that was up the stairs from the club, and then that's where all the like real shit would go on, right? And I mean, they would be playing ornos with Russian and German or wherever it came from, and it would be like kind of like these grape scenes of like people like getting graped and stuff like that. And I actually was at these parties, and you would go into different rooms. Some people would be up on the roof doing stuff. I mean, it was wild. And this is in Washington, D.C. And like I said, it would be people with money at this stuff. You know what I'm saying? He probably made over $300,000 a year as the person that threw the parties, right? And this was back in 2000. Lord knows where it's at now, right? Lord knows who's been to his parties. So this is not something that is like abstract or that people are just talking about. I've seriously seen it with my own 2 eyes. I've seen it's called lifestyle.
Yes. Can I say something real quick?
And hold on, I gotta like run. Sugar Love, take it over, and I'll let you guys talk. I'll be back. I
was ready to drop because I'm sick of this. But go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all say what y'all gonna say. I'm not saying nothing. Go ahead. Go get
y'all go ahead.
This
Y'all
day
go
of the dawn stuff. Just before dawn.
Yeah, it exists. It exists. I'm gonna try to like log on from my phone so I can like still control things. But go ahead, King Cam. Go ahead, talk. Go ahead, y'all. King Cam.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm good. We can go to the next part or whatever.
Okay, I can play it, but okay, I'm gonna just go ahead. But I can't stop it because I'm a baby.
Yeah, don't start it if you can't stop. Wait till you come back. And if anybody got something to say, let them say it until you come back, because you can't stop it. I can't stop it.
Y'all just have the conversation, and I'll just go from. I'll get them on.
It's kind of odd because when I'm driving, I feel a lot of energy. Like right now, it's like so gloomy out here in LA. And it just seems like when it's like this, I can feel a lot of demonic energy, and it's like this a lot out here, and it just makes me think of Dust to Dawn and stuff like that, because me being part of the industry, but just growing up and knowing of the evils that was going on out here and stuff like that, it's a mind screw every day. I'm not even gonna lie. Definitely got to stay connected to God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that feeling is definitely true. You can really feel it, because a lot of things I have always wanted to do, something would not let me do it. Something when it is. Like I said, I'm done. I am no longer I'm just gonna let the thing play because it's like everybody start going at each other. And I'm like, everybody is right. Why we all can't agree that we are all right about our feelings? Why we just can't let somebody say what they say and it's just like stay right there? If that's your feeling, and respect everybody's feelings. But we gotta go. I'm not gonna take my time and bring information. People take their time out to bring information. And I understand people agree with it, don't agree with it, but it's a lot. It's time consuming on my behalf. And I just want y'all to see things, I don't agree with half of the ish neither. I don't agree with none of the ish neither. Because like I said, I do not denounce do not denounce God or Jesus. Now let that be known. But it doesn't take away the fact that people do. So my job is to bring you the information of them people so you can stand 10 toes down on what you believe. But it's a lot of evil, wicked. God said the wicked shall run this world. And they doing and even with that little young boy, yeah, he done lost all his mind messing with that daggone Hollywood. All of them is messed up, and the ones that's not messed up, they still in it too. They just didn't choose to make all that much money, but for them, every time we see a program, a TV show, or a new record, they had to do something to get that. But I don't know what type of information y'all gonna have to. Maybe I'm gonna have to do a what you call that when you get the pick. Like, what do y'all want to see, right? What you call that? And they get everybody can put in what you call
do
that?
a poll.
A poll. Yeah, I'm gonna just start doing polls.
Let me just say this. I just want to say this. Is that, listen, we brought this because, it's something. Hollywood is something. And we can't be so, like, when we bring this stuff to the forefront, it can't be that, why are we talking about this? We don't need to be talking about this. No, we should talk about this. Like, this is the content. This is what's going on right now. Right? And we can't, and Sugar, I don't want you to get disheartened because everybody's not agreeing with what's going on, and maybe this story might be this or this story, but even the story might be not true or whatever.
I just like that if we like to be family. Like, listen,
Can you let me finish what I was saying, Sugar Love?
I'm sorry.
Right. So what I'm saying is that, like, listen. What I thought that we were doing is we're bringing what's happening, current events to the forefront. Right? We cannot be the audience is saying whatever they're saying because of whatever their mind and how they feel. Then now because they whatever know because stuff like I said, even with the little CPS situation, people could have said, you know what, we'll talk about this. We cannot like get to the point where we are to tell these stories because the audience feels uncomfortable. Listen, life is comfortable. You feel uncomfortable, log off. Don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like, so now because someone feels uncomfortable with the content of what we're bringing to the forefront, we're like, we are bringing a revelation on how what's happening in this world.
You're talking in both of your faces is moving. You're talking in double. Mute one.
I don't even know how to do that. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm just like, I'm in the car and I'm just doubling up.
See, the thing why
because
the reason why I like to bring the information because there are a lot of kids that have dreams, right? And you tell them you could be the best that you can be, and you make them work hard, and you make them these promises, and this is what we're walking them into. right? We have to find other ways, even if it's through. My thing is, how do we know about this and then find an independent way that we could bring our kids to do it independently without going to that. Like, you don't have to be the
Right,
top
sugar.
To
star. You
Hollywood,
don't,
to
right.
Hollywood.
You don't have to have the $1 billion. Like take what you have and take your, like, they steal all of our intellectual property. That's how AI is made. That is all of our forefathers' intellectual property. That's when they used to sit in them bands, used to sit together. That's all their chords. That's all their drums. That's all their AI. AI is nothing but our fathers' intellectual property. That's all they did was take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. So we got these kids thinking, I'm going to be the next this. No, you're not. You don't know what doors they walked through to have to get there. That's why I like to bring the information, because we're walking our kids into a burning building.
I know I'm probably doubling up, but I say that's exactly why I wanted to bring this to the table. I show, okay, he's a child star, and look at how he is. What's going on? Do we want to walk our kids into the same thing? Do we want our kids to experience the same thing?
That was my purpose.
You might have a kid
Look at
that's
what
talented.
happened. Girl, that's you doubling. That's you talking to yourself. Go ahead, DJ.
You know what? I don't want to double up, so someone else say something until I can't do nothing until I get back. But I'm like in the line right now, so you
Hey, go
continue
ahead.
to talk.
Go ahead,
I
Lakeisha,
feel
because
that,
you're in that world. Go ahead, baby.
hopefully, can you guys hear me? I'm driving, so I don't want to be like too loud. But I just feel like you said, Sugar, we do need to figure out a different alternative to these big machines, because these talents, these gifts are God given, and they're given to us for a purpose, for us to inspire or to change someone's life and things like that. So what God made for good, I think that he will also give either us or someone else the wherewithal and the information to do this so that it can be done properly instead of improperly and perverted, you know.
Can you tell me, like, in your industry, right? You have seen you ain't got to name nothing, but you seen some stuff too.
Yes, very evil, very over sexualized. I told you, just by being around an entertainer, they're telling me what they want to use me for. They want to use me for evil. They want to use me for the powers that be. They're telling me, or I don't want to say telling me, but told me this was what they wanted. And I was like, I just kind of looked with a blank stare and just inwardly prayed and rebuked it. But, they're bracing with it.
It's like I'd be trying to do the information and it always turns someplace else I just like to have the conversation. That's it. I just like to have the conversation, right? On what's going on, what's going on in this world. We don't have to believe in it, but they do. We don't have to experiment it, but they do. And people keep thinking like the Illuminati is just the entertainers. No, it's your lawyers, it's your judges, it's your police officers, it's your doctors.
They're everywhere, Sugar.
Right.
They are everywhere.
It's your mailman. People forget mailmen.
Everyone.
Right. People forget mailmen are federal. So that means they work for the federal government. some back in the day, some people didn't get their mail. Why some people didn't get their mail? They probably told them don't drop it there. People just think it just starts and begins at because these are entertainers. No, it does not. It's with the fashion. You do fashion. Look at the stuff look how they gotta backstab each other just to make a daggone dress. And mine could be better than yours, but you didn't go through this route, right? And you have to struggle even harder and find regular people. Look at half of the designs that these artists wear. It don't look. What's that Birkin? All that. I be seeing people put in some real work, make Birkin look like it ain't nothing, but because it got the name Birkin, it just apparently look good, but it doesn't.
Thank you, Sugar, because it is so overhyped and overpriced, and it's like, really? I know it takes time to make stuff because, of course, I'm a designer, but an arm and a leg and somebody's future for a bag, for some materials? No, baby.
And they make you, again, I keep telling you, the money don't belong to them. So they got to give the money to Birkin because they want their money back. So they tell you where to spend your money at. Because if you control yourself, then you should be able to wear whatever you want to wear because you are the artist. You are the billionaire.